Joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at HIMS, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Cancer, a scary word, but not so scary if you have the right team. Hi, this is John DeMasi, host of Health Watch, Sundays at 8 and again at 4 here on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. And that team is Dr. Molly Fantasia and the medical staff at Innovative Medical Associates. Yes, cancer is a scary word and a difficult condition if you've been diagnosed. Over the years, the staff at Innovative Medical Associates has helped hundreds of patients with their unique medical hydration protocols. Cancer support is a large part of the practice at Innovative Medical Associates.
We believe in medical hydration. We've improved it so much that we are able to help people across the board with challenges before they become chronic.
Talk about improving your quality of life. Most likely, that'll happen when you visit Innovative Medical Associates. Check them out on the web at innovativemedicalassociates.com or call 856-489-0505 to schedule your initial complimentary consultation.
Philadelphia's Talk Radio 1210 WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3, Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's Dom time. Now, Dom Giordano.
Woo! It is Dom time, the 5th annual Dom Giordano Day here. Where else? The Summer White House Mulligans. We are tracking Scott Presler. He's apparently registering people to vote in every nook and cranny. I saw some guys in the back of a sanitation truck in North Wildwood. He's on there. They're registered. They're Trump voters. Woo. He's back from a tour of jails and places like that yesterday. He'll be joining us here at Mulligan.
You know, I really got nervous.
West Hildreth Avenue.
When I saw him post that he was going to jail, I really thought he was actually going to
jail.
There you go. I'm not going to be here today. I got very nervous, Tom.
The man who is going to win Pennsylvania, Scott Presler, second to none, gets it, how to do this. So all show long today we'll be celebrating. It is the 5th anniversary. One administration ago, this administration's on board. How often does that happen, that you have two administrations agreeing on anything? They agree on Dom Day, Dan.
It's very true.
Not Biden and Trump.
And Republican, Democrat.
Yes, that's right. Byron and Triano agree and have both buried the hatchet.
Very special, right?
And celebrate Dom Day. So Scott Presler will be here. If you haven't met him, alert me if you see a 6'5" guy with extremely long hair, not like the drummer over here, but another guy with hair longer.
I wonder how many people walking in thought Wolf was Scott Presler.
Yeah, and wearing cowboy boots is here, the man who is engineering this surge across Pennsylvania. Big story today. I'm glad we have a chance, and feel free to react with groans here at Mulligan's. I don't think there'll be too much applause. And it's a story that you may have heard a little bit about. It's making a heck of a lot of news. But my friends over at the Delaware Valley Journal tracked down more on this guy. It's a story of a guy who's making about $95,000 a year working as a communications director for a senator, the Senator Capter from, I think is she Ohio? And he posts, "Thank you, Joe Biden, for forgiving my student loan debt." Maybe that's one drink less for you here. He owed about $8,200. The government was paying off $800 a month because he's a public servant. We're not. I asked you, is Johnny Z not a public servant? Who makes more people happy than Mulligans?
Yeah,
they ought to be getting a break on something here. Absolutely. The lead singer of the Duprees is here today. Does he not make, Larry, doesn't he make people happy? He's going to be joining us later. This band is going to be very diverse today. Burning Sky makes people happy. Dan, sort of makes people happy on some occasions.
Sometimes.
He ought to be getting a
Occasionally.
forgiving of that loan.
You make people happy too, Don.
Well,
You're a
I
public
was going to
servant.
get to that.
Oh, okay.
So this guy is from Delco. He posts this, and there's a firestorm. Even people like Mike Huckabee, who's usually very religious, goes after him in terms that are on Twitter that are not quite religious. And the kicker is he's got listed to him a $500,000 house. So this is what we're up against. This is the brave new world of Joe Biden. Now, this has backfired, called attention to student loan debt forgiveness in a manner that nobody else has. So $500,000 home. He owed about $8,200. That got wiped away. Most of the rest of it was being wiped away by our tax dollars. Why in the world would anyone support that? Who here at Mulligan's would vote for that? Whether you have anybody here have a student loan debt? I'm looking. If you do, that's from. Wait a minute. How much is the student loan debt? How much? A lot. Okay. All right. He's here. Mulligan's. A lot is his formula for that. But that's the thing that is going on right now. This is the world that we're in, thanks to the upcoming debate should settle this. And at any point today, and we'll ask Scott Presler about this, it's very clear that President Trump is playing it differently than he did in 2020. In other words, the mics are going to be cut. They agreed yesterday that both will be standing. Biden goes first. He won the luck of the draw. Trump gets the last statement. Biden chose to be on the right-hand side of your screen, and Trump will be on the left. All right, so those are some of the things we know going in. President Trump today saying, I'm not underestimating Joe Biden. This is the newest tactic. Not smart if Biden just stands there for 90 minutes and you talk about him in the terms that we usually do. That's not a winner. So we'll see how the debate plays out. But we'll have a lot on this week around that. Tremendous amounts around it this week. We're also going to be joined today by Don McLean. He's coming up in a little bit. He's got a new album out. We wanted to talk with him here on Dom Day. We are at Johnny Z's Mulligan's Bar. The annual big event will be here 3 times this year. July 3rd is the next, and then in late August, the final swing. And we'll bring some of our regulars up here in a moment. Our Robin Schaefer, our Wales guy. We got the mayor stopping by, and a couple of other people, including our Tom Jones impressionist, will be joining us.
Brought a leisure suit and everything.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Look to your right. No, open the bag to your right.
Oh,
YouTube.com/add1210WPHT. We are live on YouTube. Go like and subscribe. But yeah, our Earl Ticconi.
Oh my God! Oh my God! There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to be around for that a little bit later on in the show. Of course, Dan, I brought some memorabilia here today.
Oh yeah.
That is a rare bottle. That's Dom Talk. That was the white wine. We didn't drink too much of that. I have the red, which was Dom Time.
Why don't you like white wine?
We had that for the Feast of the Seven Fishes. So we'll play around with that a little bit here, too. Phone lines to get in, though, are 855-839-1210 is how you get on board. We're here at Mulligan's, 310 West Hildreth Avenue, right across from the Acme. And it is... It is
Acme, Dom.
Acme.
Yeah?
Yes, of course. Just like Tacony. We have to add something to everything. So thanks for noticing that Philly pronunciation. One other thing that's in the news, and this is a day of celebration, but we do a show for people that unfortunately are not here at Mulligan's. And the other big story out there is coverage of all these attacks by illegal immigrants. One, killing a 12-year-old girl, 2 people in Houston throwing her into a creek. And the Associated Press leads by saying 2 men. Nothing about their backgrounds. Now, we have enough criminals of our own. And here comes the man who is fighting for the American way coming into everybody's pride. Here he goes. Scott Presler here with us on Talk Radio 1210. Registering maybe a dozen voters on the way over here. Here you go, Scott. Have a seat here. And, are you registered to vote at your current address? Hi, Scott. Good to see you again. So go ahead and mic you up here first here. Scott, how many people registered today? Were you delayed registering anybody?
Look, I had to get my hair done. You guys.
All right, this isn't all hair. Did you see the guy that's a drummer for Burning Sky over there? I don't think his hair is quite as long as yours.
Scott, with the long hair, do you play any instruments?
No.
No?
No, people will come up to me at the airport and they'll be like, are you a rocker? And I'll be like, no, I'm a Republican. But I will say, so yesterday I was in Wayne County, Pennsylvania, and we went over to the Wayne Correctional Facility. And I know some people might be scratching their head like, Scott, like, why are you going to go register inmates to vote? Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, people are cognizant of what they're doing to Donald Trump. They see the weaponization of the government against a private citizen. Mm-hmm. And we registered 9 of those inmates yesterday. And the ones that chose a political party, 6 of the 9 all chose Republican, are voting for Donald Trump. And then the 3 others that chose no party, they told me, they said, Scott, quote unquote, we feel like we're sheep. We feel like we're a moneymaker. And they're really irate that we're allowing illegal immigrants to break our laws and come into the country while we're locking up American citizens. And so I want to make it clear, here in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, I am courting the former felon and the inmate vote, and we want them to vote for Donald Trump and to help save our country.
All right, that is Scott Presler. All right, that's the opening statement. Now we have a little bit more coming up, and we have a special presentation to Scott as our Patriot of the Year on the national level, coming up a little bit later from now. There was no contest. There were many people, but what you've done in Pennsylvania is amazing. Scott, you gave an interview, and I sent it to you last night, with Breitbart. Breitbart, for people here at Mulligan's, most of you probably know, but is a conservative publication online. It's one of the biggest ones, and is very supportive of Scott, and they were thrilled to have you on this. And you talked about, shockingly, the Christian vote, and I was even telling people that we're around with yesterday, when you think about it, if every Christian was registered to vote and did vote in the United States, let's face it, Democrat Party's not going to win another election in our lifetime. I believe that's true. I don't think you're allowed to say that, but you said it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mentioned to Alana with Breitbart, I said, look, 30% of Christians are not registered to vote. It's not that they don't, thank you. It's not that they don't vote, but they're not even registered. And so if people of faith actually go from the pews to the polls, we will reelect President Trump this November. And furthermore, you know, you met Pennsylvania. That's my baby. We have been reaching out to the Amish in Pennsylvania. Think about that community. This is a community that that wants bodily autonomy, no forced vaccinations. They want religious freedom. They want small businesses. They want raw milk. They want school choice. There is no better alignment than the Amish community with the Republican Party. And I'll tell you, I want to give a shout out to Chairwoman Juanita Byler of Mifflin County, Pennsylvania. And she, every single Wednesday in Bellevue, goes to the farmers market there, and we are seeing tangible results of the Amish voting, and they love mail-in ballots because they get married on Tuesdays in November, and we want them to have lots of babies and be baby-making machines. And they love mail-in ballots because it's secret and it's private. And how iconic would it be if mail-in ballots, a tool of the Democrat, it's used by Amish to win Pennsylvania and save the country.
The wheels are always turning here now. I don't know about you. I don't know where Mifflin County is. I know Mifflin Street.
Center of the state.
South Philly. It's in the center of South Philly. But center of the state, this guy knows those counties. All right, we'll have more with Scott Presler. I don't know his musical taste. We'll find out. And a lot more about what he's doing here and how to help, how to register to anybody listening anywhere. Don McQueen is next with Scott Presler, Dom Giordano at Mulligan's.
Hey, it's Rich Zioli. Our next Talk Radio 1210 WPHT Politics and Pints. I'll be hosting #1 international best-selling author, Navy SEAL Jack Carr. That's right, June 25th. Tuesday night, June 25th at the Zlock Performing Arts Center at Bucks County Community College in Newtown, PA. Tickets are on sale now, and they will sell out. Go to 1210wpht.com and get your tickets. And I want to see you there. And if not, remember, I got a guy, and he's a Navy SEAL. See you then.
We don't care who you vote for in the upcoming election. You know why? Because this is not a political ad. Jim Cipriotti and the Retire Ready Financial Group meet with people every day wondering if they should be doing something different with their money because it's an election year. At Retire Ready Financial Group, we want you to know where your money is, how it's performing, and if the market does go down, how does it affect your retirement? We call it a portfolio snapshot, and we do it at no charge. Our goal is for you to have confidence as you enter retirement, confidence to spend, and confidence that you won't run out of money. Let's vote those election worries right out of your retirement. For your complimentary portfolio snapshot, call 610-894-7415. That's 610-894-7415, or go to retirereadyfg.com. Investment advisory services offered through Retire Ready Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through James B. Cipriotti, Retire Ready Financial Group, LLC. NPN number 2083768.
Dawn Stensland here, along with Mike Chapman. You know I love Chapman Windows, Doors, and Siding. They are celebrating their 30th anniversary. Mike, what's your secret?
One, getting along with family. Sticking to our guns as far as doing things what we know is right for the customer. You know, just making sure the customer satisfaction, and then they do the rest by referring us to other people. You know, we only use products, first of all, that we believe in. We want to put our reputation behind anything that we do sell and install. How we really care about the customer.
Experience for yourself the Chapman difference. It's time to upgrade the look of your home, your windows, doors, siding, shutters. Give Chapman a call or text 610-431-8898, 610-431-8898, online chapmanwindowsdoors.com for all the details, chapmanwindowsdoors.com. Tell them Dawn sent you.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
Be sure to follow Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the free Odyssey app. Download it now.
Woo! All right, it's Burning Sky here at Mulligan's, 310 West Hildreth Avenue with Scott Presler with us. A lot of action. A bunch of people that go with them and register you to vote. You're not getting out of here without being able to register to vote. But let's go to the one and only Don McLean joining us here on Talk Radio 1210. Don, welcome to Philadelphia/Wildwood, New Jersey. Ever at the Jersey Seashore, Don McLean?
Yeah, home of Bobby Rydell.
Yeah, Bobby Rydell's a great name. Bobby Rydell, Wildwood Days. That's where we're broadcasting
That's
from.
Right.
It's a special event. Well,
Right.
Congratulations on several things. We'll get to the band here. The in-house band just played American Pie. I knew how popular it was, but that it was included in the top 5 songs of the century. With the type of competition is out there, that has to make you feel good, the enduring, your rock and roll chops, what you've been able to accomplish. That is remarkable.
You know, they used to call Frank Sinatra the People's Choice. And American Pie is the People's Choice. That's why it made the list. Believe me, it didn't make it because Rolling Stone likes it, because they don't.
Yeah, well, what do you think about that? Here's your chance to unload. How could that be? It's kind of like the Rotten Tomatoes here says, yes, of course, this is one of the top 5 songs of the century. And Rolling Stone, what's their pick on American Pie?
Well, they tried to ruin my career from the very beginning. It's a funny little thing happened. there was a really bad review written about the first 3 albums that I made, Tapestry, American Pie, and Don McLean. And it was written by a guy named Stephen Holden, who was a nasty little bastard who would write nasty reviews about people. And the guy turned around a year later. He wrote a letter of apology to me, saying that he didn't understand my point of view. Well, most people didn't and still don't. But he didn't have the courage to print that, and say that, he was wrong. So he was a cowardly little sniveling coward who sent me a sneaky letter of apology. Big deal,
Wow. Look, I share this
stuff. I'm putting road in some ways.
I'm putting this guy on my list, if Don McLean, because you always strike me as such a gentleman,
Mr.
etc.
America.
Great, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the current, the title track, "American Boys."
I was born in New Rochelle, New York. I can be very tough when I have to be.
Well,
near the Bronx.
The title track, "American Boys," features the guys from Home Free. The material I have been listening to it. It's a song about the boys who invented rock and roll. And the thing that sticks out to me about you from afar is that you are one of the biggest forces that we have talking about America invented rock and roll. America invented this music. And you are the face of that. You enunciate that more than anybody else.
Well, I invented what I did. It was never done before, and I'm part of that, I suppose. But, we invented rock and roll, and we invented jazz and the blues and gospel, and it all comes really from the South and the tumultuous history of the South, black and white, church music and blues and so on. And it's a fascinating. We have a great country, man. We really do. Even the original settlers, in the hills, who brought ballads from England, Francis James Child's ballads, and they reworked those into songs that are now we hear as bluegrass songs or as country songs, real country songs. So we have a tremendous history in this country. And
without a doubt,
of creating music. And I wanted to say that they invented rock and roll. They didn't just make it, because nobody can touch the the records of Buddy Holly or the early records of Elvis Presley. You can't touch those records.
Without a doubt. Well, Don, American Boys is out there now. What's the best way for us to get American Boys?
Well, it's on all the streaming platforms, and you can buy it on Amazon. You can hear it if you go on YouTube and just type my name in. There'll be all Don McLean stuff. I have my own site, my own YouTube channel, and you can hear songs from the album. It's all over the place. Yeah.
And Don, I have your upcoming tour or your current tour. And you're going to be in Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, Lansdowne Theater, December 7th. I assume you can buy tickets right now. I'm looking at the tour, too. It's quite extensive, and I know you've played the Philadelphia area many times. Don, is this true that the South Korean minister or premier sang American Pie at the White House? That's one of my producers egging me on to ask you.
Yes, I was invited to a state dinner for the president of South Korea, and at that dinner he sang the song to Joe Biden, but he doesn't speak English, so he sang it all phonetically. And I couldn't make that dinner, but you can't make this stuff up. I mean, you really can't. And then I was invited to recently a state dinner. I took my girlfriend to the state dinner for the president of Kenya, which was the biggest dinner Joe Biden has had since he's been in office. So that was a wonderful experience also. I've been to the White House before during the Clinton administration also.
Okay. Well, Don, thank you so much. Thanks for taking time to join us. American Boys and coming to Philadelphia on tour December 7th. Don McLean, thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Well, let me say Philadelphia was always a breakout place for music. It's a very musical place. I knew Jim Croce. We went to Villanova together for a while.
Oh, Jim Croce, all time, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're all that South Philadelphia stuff, man. That's a very rich musical area. So hello to everybody down there.
Thank you, Don. Thank you. Don McLean here on
Okay.
Talk Radio 1210. Damn, what a
guy, right?
Yeah, what a guy. I think I would bring that out of him with Rolling Stone, that he was still holding a grudge with this guy who slurred him. All right, Scott Presler is down the business here, registering voters here right at the bar. Yeah, he's got his guys with him, too, wherever they go.
John, is he actually registering voters right now?
Yeah, that's what he sounds like he's doing. He's convincing them why he's been in prisons, etc. He'll be joining us for a special presentation. We got to get Johnny Z out of here, too. For that, in a couple minutes. Here's a side question today. We're at Mulligan's, 310 West Hildreth. Got space for you. Dom Giordano Day, 5. It's always a great spot, particularly right now around lunchtime, or if you're making a short Friday half day, we'll be here to 3 o'clock, so it's a good space to be. Side question today, and we thought long and hard, then we said we got to do this every year when we're here at Mulligan's. Hit us with that all-time bar, tavern, either fictional or real. Hit us with the all-time bar that's either fictional or real.
Got to take Mulligan's off the board.
Yeah, Mulligan's,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Summer White House, is definitely off the board. But I put a couple more, and I'm going to take the Star Wars bar.
Cantina bar.
Is often used as a sign of the type of where the Democrat Party might be, the Star Wars bar. And Cheers, of course. We got to take Cheers off the board.
Yep.
So, Dan, how about yours?
Moe's Tavern from Simpsons.
Yes.
Big part of it.
I'm leaving a big one on that has a little bit of a nefarious background to it, a big time. I'm looking at a guy who played in a lot of those films straight ahead at me. Our buddy Vince here with the lead singer of the Duprees. He's going to sing a little bit later on with Burning Sky. This is a very fluid band that they're going to be able to do Tom Jones.
Well,
one of the Duprees
he's not
hits.
singing with the band. But.
Well, he's somebody with a green leisure
I
suit
demand it.
is going to be doing it.
We do have the
And,
leisure suit on the
yes.
gentleman at this point.
Right, and their own stuff, too. They're a Bad Company tribute band. All right, here's how you get in. 855-839-1210. AT&T and Verizon Wireless. All you have to do is just push pound 1210. We'll have more with Scott Presler, too, as I said. Making news today due to the fact he gave this interview with Breitbart. Is it a fair point that if every Christian was registered to vote and did vote, his point, you wouldn't lose an election? Okay? Is that not a fair point? And in addition to that, I mentioned this guy in Delaware County, Delaware Valley Journal. Linda, if you're listening, I didn't see in the piece where this guy lives in Delaware County or where he came from. The guy who got his student loan debt forgiven, even though he has a $500,000 house, he's a communications director for a U.S. senator, thanks Joe Biden and says that's what re-election is about. We can't beat a party that is putting this first. Meanwhile, Trump is out there saying, and I'll ask Scott about this, we ought to forgive or we ought to remove the tax on people making tips. I'm thinking here at Johnny's Bar today, how much more money would that be in their pocket? How much nonsense does the IRS put them through versus a guy like this? Mm-hmm. I would run against this guy. I don't think I would talk about anything else in the debate. Yeah, Jake, I'll talk about that question. You know, there are a couple of questions here. I want to talk about this Ben Sammons guy. S-A-M-E-N-S from Delaware County.
Is that really his name?
Yeah, I think it's Sammons. I think it's pronounced that.
Ben Sammons?
Yeah, they won't answer.
It's like a southern version of a basketball player I know.
They will not answer at the Nancy Kepter office now. He's a communications director. What's he communicating? And this guy has the nerve to broadcast that around the world. Mike Huckabee, who's on a religious channel, viciously goes after him. It is hard to believe that you feel that bulletproof, that that's where you're going to go with something like this. All right, hit us with that bar, tavern. We have that coming up. More with Scott Presler. Really, though, this is the annual event where you want to join us in person here at Mulligan's, 310 West Hildreth Avenue. You heard about it. It's a great shore bar, great food. And we'll get Johnny Z on now to talk about, this was his dream, get Scott Presler here, who is inspirational. And will turn Bucks County around, and I believe is going to win Pennsylvania. Hey, it's so important to make sure our families have the essentials: food, shelter, and, of course, pure, clean drinking water. Now, there's a lot of news about drinking water these days. Just do what I did and count on Martin Water Conditioning to secure your family's drinking water. The Kinetico system removes all the impurities from your water. What comes out of that tap? Crystal clear, all-natural water. Not only is it the best tasting water ever, it provides peace of mind knowing that your family's water is pure and clean. The Martin Water Conditioning family is passionate about water. They'll put their 46 years of experience to work for you. Their customer service, attention to detail is fantastic. They'll come out to your home, test your water, recommend solutions that make sense for you. Contact Martin Water Conditioning today. They'll take great care of you. Go to martinwater.com or call 800-887-7555. 800-887-7555. Tell him Dom G sent you.
Weather sponsored by Discover Lancaster.
The heat and humidity will peak over the weekend. We'll see plenty of sunshine today. There will be a chance for a stray storm well to the north later this afternoon, high 94. Warm and muggy tonight, low 74. And for Saturday, very hot and humid with sunshine and clouds, high 96.
Discover more of Lancaster. Head to Lancaster County this weekend with the family to enjoy the rides at Dutch Wonderland. It's a kingdom for kids. Just a 90-minute drive from Philadelphia. Visit discoverlancaster.com to plan your getaway.
Hi, Stephanie from Emmons. Are you not loving your bathroom? Is the King's Throne looking a little outdated and run down? Let Emmons Design Specialists design a bathroom that you will love and one that Emmons will redo in as little as 1 day. An affordable, maintenance-free bathroom with little to no inconvenience to you and your family. With finance options available, there's really only one problem. Your bathroom will be so nice, your king may never want to come out. Call Emmons today at 856-885-6677 or visit us on our website at callemmons.com.
This is Larry Steinhaus with Investor Schooling. Are you ready for retirement? Have you prepared everything you need? Well, in Investor Schooling, we will teach you ways to better prepare for your retirement using real estate and the stock market. But you need to learn how to do it right, and that's what we teach. At Investor Schooling, we sell nothing but education. Come to Investor Schooling and learn how to have a better retirement. Go to investorschooling.com and RSVP right now for this Thursday's class at 7 o'clock. Go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. This is Larry Steinhaus with Investor Schooling. Are you tired of hearing about the recession that's coming? Are you prepared for it? Well, listen, at investorschooling.com, we're going to teach you ways to prepare for the recession that you didn't even know existed. We're going to teach you strategies on how to use real estate. We're going to teach you strategies how to use the stock market properly. That's right, you can even make money in the stock market when the stock market goes down. Hey, go to investorschooling.com and register for a free class this Thursday night, and you will learn all of these techniques. Go to investorschooling.com right now, RSVP for this Thursday. We'll see you there.
Pastor Brad Lacey here, First Baptist Church, Conshohocken. Join us Saturdays for the great message and be blessed. 5 a.m. right here on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Virtua Health, real patients, real doctors, real complex cases. Take one.
Open heart surgery, tear in my aorta.
The most complex cases come to us at Virtua Health.
I'm sure I wouldn't have been here without you.
Being a 45-year-old, not being able to walk up one flight of stairs, I had no idea I was in heart failure.
Virtua is a premier heart failure center in South Jersey.
They changed my life. It's truly a blessing.
Want to follow our stories? Go to virtua.org. Virtua Health, here for good.
Harry, if you watch any more of those stupid financial shows, I'm filing for divorce.
How am I going to keep up with our retirement accounts?
At JML Financial Group, we want you watching your grandkids playing soccer and sunsets in Hawaii, not the latest rumor of a market crash. Surprisingly, with proper income planning, the stock market shouldn't even be a concern. The money came in every 2 weeks while you worked. It should be the same in your retirement years. Let us show you how. Call JML Financial Group today at 856-925-6674. That's 856-925-6674 or at jmlfinancialgroup.com. So, when your neighbor's sunbathing in the front yard,
Harry, you're an idiot. Get away from the window.
keep your eyes focused where they should be, on enjoying your retirement. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Brokers International Financial Services, LLC, member SIPC. Brokers International Financial Services, LLC is not an affiliated company.
Talk Radio 1210 WPHT, broadcasting from the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter.
Woo! All right, welcome back, everyone.
Burning Sky, fantastic.
Burning Sky,
man.
fantastic tribute band, but they're also going to be involved with Tom Jones later today. Dan promised him for the 5th annual. It's only fitting. I don't know how Mr. Jones is arriving. I just have his green leisure suit here.
He's here in the leisure suit now.
Hey, is that guy
over there? Yeah.
Is that guy on YouTube, Dan? Now that I have hundreds of witnesses and Roe has agreed on the hair thing, is that guy Tony still on YouTube today? Cutting up the hair.
Tony,
see if Tony's
on
on
there, but not Tony S. No.
All right, Tony, you're going to see that demonstration. We'll tape it. You'll come over here in moments and prove that this is real hair. All right. 855-839-1210.
Want me to bring Scott back over here?
Yeah, whenever he's ready. We have a presentation for our guy, Scott Presler, who once again is outside registering voters. And
it's a very busy guy. Like what he tells us on air is very legitimate.
Yeah, it is very legitimate. I don't know that he does anything else other than register voters and pitch voting early, often, and mail-in balloting. All right, the side question today, if you'd like to get in here, though, we're at Mulligan's. It is our place. It's been tremendous ever since a couple years ago when we first started broadcasting from here, including the great power outage of 2023, when there was no power anywhere on the island, but we were still somehow or another on the air. All right, so the side question, hit us with that all-time tavern or bar. Real or fictional is what we're looking for. Real or fictional. And Scott will be here for a while. If you want to come out and meet him, if you want to be energized, inspired by what he's seen, what he's doing across the country, then come on over here to Mulligan's, 310 West Hildreth Avenue. RFK Jr. says now here's what I wanted to report to you. Here's the local news. How many people here at Mulligan's, Dan, remember Meatball? How could you forget Meatball?
Meatball, yes.
The social media influencer extraordinaire. Meatball was charged with all kinds of counts, 2 third-degree felonies for starting riots and aiding and abetting riots in Philadelphia when a court decision went her wrong way. How much jail time did Meatball get in Larry Krasner's Philadelphia? The answer is 0.
0?
She got 5 years of probation, and they thought that was a stiff sentence for Meatball.
Well, all she did was, usher in people during the riot and post it to social media
and
stir
encourage
up the public
people,
and, encourage people to...
And
nothing.
herself go in and apparently do various things during the riot. All right, Scott Presler's back with us. And Scott, Dan and I taking a poll of listeners and other people here. See, we like to present Scott Presler, our Patriot of the Year 2024, our National Patriot of the Year. His work is, and Scott, you close often, thank you for supporting my work. And that is a line that just moves our listeners second to none. That's why we're thrilled every time you come on.
Thank you.
People cannot get enough of what you're doing. So, Scott, congratulations.
Thank you
and
so much.
Thank you. I know the travel schedule alone is, you came in from Detroit last night.
I did.
Standing at the Grand Hotel over in Cape May, which is where Rich Cioli will be today. What radio station has 2 things going on about 8 miles, 6 miles apart of this magnitude? So, Scott, when you're going across the country, what's the number one thing people talk to you about? You talked about these prisoners, and they have that prism, and seeing Trump in a particular way. Is it illegal immigration? Is it inflation? Is it something else?
Well, first, I wanted to say thank you. Yeah, the Grand Hotel, I was there last night. My only one complaint is I didn't get to go in the hot tub. But other than that, because they do have a hot tub.
Wait, why didn't you get to go in, though?
Babe, I just got in at 11 o'clock last night. I was tired. Lord have mercy.
Well, that's not their fault. That's your fault. You can party all night.
Open that hot tub a little bit later. Come on now.
Open until 2 a.m. You know, people are really struggling to get by, and I think it's such a slap in the face when Joe Biden and the Democrats say that the economy is so good. $4 gas is not good.
Yeah.
Going to the supermarket and paying a 100% increase and your daily allotment of food is not a good economy. The inflation is not a good economy. A 7% in rate of mortgage is not a good economy. And so people are really struggling. I had a woman, she was born in 1965. I registered her to vote at the Philly Expo Center in Phoenixville at the gun show. And she goes, I've never voted in my whole life. I said, wow, why are you registering to vote with me today? She says, I can't afford anything. I have to vote this November. I'm voting for Donald Trump. And so for this election, the number one issue is definitely illegal immigration. I think people understand that we need safety, we need security. And if we are a country of law and order, and if they're going to hold Trump to no person is above the law, then that means no illegal alien breaking into our country is above the law. That means that the illegal stock trading that's going on with Nancy Pelosi and a lot of her Democrat allies, they are not above the law. And it also, what I'm seeing with young people is, look, I want to make it very clear on this radio show with 1210 Talk Radio, any young person 18 to 26 years old that votes for Joe Biden is choosing for himself or herself to be sent overseas to war this November. Because we did not have Putin invade Ukraine under President Trump. We did not have Hamas genocide Israel under President Trump. We did not have the threat of Taiwan being invaded by China under President Trump. A vote for Joe Biden is a vote for war, and a vote for President Trump is a vote for peace and prosperity.
Now, Scott, you've been on the road, but to that point, did you happen to see that Democrats in a real dilemma because for some reason they passed an amendment to the appropriations bill,
yes,
which would make women eligible for the draft?
Yes.
And now these senators are going to have to take a position with their party or common sense. America, how many times has said, wait a minute, this is insane. First of all, we don't want any unending wars with men. But drafting women, that's what many of them are going to stand for.
Well, it's going to be interesting. You know, if the Democrats want equality, I guess that means equality that women are able to serve as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see their position, if there's congruence, if they're consistent. If they say that we want equality across the board and that there are 27,000 genders out there and that men and women are equal, then let's see if they vote on equality of women being able to serve. But more importantly, I think it comes to the point of, listen, Republicans, we are really pushing for natalism. We are pushing for procreation. War would devastate not only an entire generation of men, but it could devastate an entire generation of women, and it would lead to the destruction of our country. That's why it's so important we vote for Donald Trump, that we stop human suffering, that we protect a generation of young men and women, and that ultimately we are securing America's future by having babies and procreating.
Let me ask you, we're coming up on the VP sweepstakes. I don't think we've asked you before. You're political in the sense of where your party is, but you're not political in other ways. But are there people that you think suit Trump? You know Trump better than some people that we have on, a lot of people. Who do you think is a VP choice? Are people out there in the, ground level?
People like J.D. Vance, Senator of Ohio. And in fact, right before I went on Breitbart with Alana, he was sitting in the chair right before me. So that chair had both the hind parts of Senator Vance and Scott Pressler.
Wait a minute, let's get that chair.
That is a very special chair right there. But as he was...
chair is going right into the 1210 Museum, Dan. Make sure you bubble wrap that.
With the Barco
Scott
Lounger,
Pressler's done it. Yes, the Barco Lounger, yes.
As he was walking
people
away...
do with his chair now, right?
As he was walking away, he goes, great job, Scott Pressler. Now, here's the one thing, though. If J.D. Vance were elected as the vice president with Donald Trump, then Rhino establishment Governor Mike DeWine would choose his replacement.
Oh, man.
And we all know that he would not choose an America First Republican. Now, I've heard Doug Burnham's name thrown around, and you might be going like, who is Doug? That's a good thing you don't know a lot about him, because that means he's not controversial. That means he's stable. That means he's not going to rock the boat. And for a lot of people that may have questions about President Trump, those Republicans that are sitting on the fence or the independents, well, maybe we need that stable vice presidential that could be the rock, that if they have questions about Donald Trump and they go, well, our vice presidential candidate, that if something were to happen, and God forbid, then we would have a stable rock to replace him. And so I think that that could be a very good opportunity for us, having
Absolutely.
a stable
I
VP.
like J.D. Vance, except for the Ohio thing. We've had people on about Hillbilly Elegy and the film and the whole thing, his background and where he came from. It's shocking to see a guy come through all that and arrive in the manner that but he is America first, and he's a brilliant guy. So there's no doubt in a debate or anything else that he's well armed.
Sir, well, I mean, he just won election in 2022.
Right.
Defeating or replacing a Republican, but still, we got to take Sherrod Brown's Senate seat this November in Ohio as well. Ohio's trending to the right, and JD, regardless, is going to be a great voice for this November.
All right, our side question today. I think you know the show enough to know we do a silly side question. All-time great bar or tavern, fictional or real?
I have to think on it.
Real.
Do you have one for
Yeah,
us?
give us one. You have one?
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Yeah, like an all-time bar, famous bar, real or fictional.
Oh, my gosh.
I gave Moe's Tavern. He gave Cheers.
Ginger Hill Tavern.
Ginger Hill Tavern.
What's
I don't
that
know that one.
Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania.
Okay. The bar of quarterbacks.
There you go. Well, it's in western Pennsylvania. Mayor Longo is the mayor of that town. And, shout out to you, Maddie K, because they get all the college kids there. And actually, that borough, despite being a college town, now has more registered Republicans in a college town of Slippery Rock.
It sounds like Scott Presler's been in Slippery Rock a lot. That's the reason why.
Yes.
Probably. All right, we'll have more with Scott here at Mulligan's. I love sports. I love them so much. I never want them to stop. But as the playoffs wind down, we get fewer games. And the sports aren't sportsing like they used to. But FanDuel lets you keep the game going whenever you want. All you have to do is open up the app, dream up bets anytime that you're in the mood. And during the summer, FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, is hooking up all customers with a boost or bonus daily. That's right. There's something for everyone every day all summer long. Head over to FanDuel.com/DOM, D-O-M. Make the most of your summer. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 1210 WPHT. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. You have to be 21 plus, present in Pennsylvania. Opt-in required, wager requirements apply, bonuses awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets or profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including bonus expiration. See terms and conditions at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER.
Join Team Kale & Company once again this year for the Bend to Shore Bike Tour on Sunday, July 21st. From Philly to Atlantic City, you can do the ride or just donate to support the cause. Visit bendtoshore.org. That's shore.org. Let's show everyone how WPHT and Odyssey supports law enforcement. Bend to Shore is organized by Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation. SBBCF provides financial relief for the families of fallen and injured first responders and supports the Police Youth Alliance, which fosters a positive relationship between police and youth. Sponsored by Gelman Law. Need a criminal defense attorney or personal injury? Visit GelmanLawFirm.com.
Hey, this is Ray Didinger. I had the opportunity to open the new Joe Conklin show. It was sensational. It includes all the impressions, Iverson, Merrill, and Mike Barkley. They brought in this whole musical component with a full orchestra. It's really good. His daughter Casey's part of it. His brother's part of it. They can rock it, boy. So you got all the music, plus you got all the comedy. It's a great night.
That's Joe Conklin and the City Rhythm Orchestra at Wildwood Catholic High School on June 29th and the Ocean City Music Pier on July 13th. For tickets, go to joeconklin.com.
JoeConklin.com!
Designers, excavators, engineers, architects, listen up.
What are you doing? We're working here.
If you want to save time, effort, and money on your next underground utility project, start using Pennsylvania One Call System's Coordinate PA application. Coordinate PA is the next generation of utility coordination that allows you to easily transfer and manage your complex projects from start to finish, all the way from the designer to the excavator. Be prepared for your next underground utility project with Coordinate PA.
Makes sense.
Visit pa1call.org to learn more.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-329-2121. 800-329-2121. 800-329-2121.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Never miss a moment from the Tom Giordano program again. Download the free Odyssey app and follow 1210 WPHT. And listen whenever and whatever works best for you.
Woo! All right, everybody, welcome back to Mulligan's 310 West Hildreth Avenue. If you'd like to be registered to vote, or you're in town country music and you got an 18-year-old, they've never voted, Scott will register them right here, all legit. All right, so be ready to go with that. 310 West Hildreth Avenue in Wildwood. It is a great function, and particularly this year, having Scott Presler here with us is remarkable. The guy that is going to win Pennsylvania, second to none, by incrementalism. All right, let me get one person on here, Jim in New Hope, and then we'll go to a special guest that we have standing by. All right, Jim, you're first in today. What is a famous bar or tavern, Jim?
That'd be the Green Dragon with Paul Revere.
Where's that, Jim?
Up in Boston, Massachusetts.
All right, Jim.
It's a great one, Jim.
It's a bar of Paul Revere?
Yeah, I don't know, Dub.
Okay.
Yep, sorry.
All right. We have Burning Sky with us today, but also we have the lead singer for the Duprees, who are out with a new project. Will give us the live dates coming up. Thanks to our buddy Vince for bringing Larry Silveria with us. Larry, Duprees right now, how long? Is this the original group? How many members are in the Duprees?
No. Number one, okay, I was with the Duprees back in the 1980s.
Okay.
With Mike Arnone, who actually owned the group, so forth and so on. And right now, like the great group out there and everything, but it's kind of hard to find original members from these groups because.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So it's but the sound is alive.
Okay.
The people are alive, and they just keep wanting more and more and more of it.
What's the number one requested song?
There's two of them actually. One, I would say, "Have You Heard?"
Right.
And You Belong to Me. But nowadays,
I would have to vote for You Belong to Me over Have You Heard. What do you say?
Well, how could you sing a song today, You Belong to Me?
Well, that's why I want you to sing it. That's what we're going to hear at Mulligan's. I don't know if that's on the playlist. You think these people care about that? You got to be kidding me, Larry. They want to hear You Belong to Me. My wife is here, and she does too.
I'm trying to keep it real. So,
but that's real. Look, we're in America. We're not in a foreign land out there where you can't sing "You Belong to Me."
Well, I can sing "Have You Heard About You Belong to Me."
Okay, there you go. All right.
Right.
Now
Would
tell
that
us
work?
your new project, what live dates, where do people go?
Yeah, okay. My CD out there now is Magic Lady. It's a something that I did after I left the Duprees. It was kind of like it was time for me to do my thing.
Okay.
You know, like James, I want to do my thing.
Right.
My thing. You know. But so come out with this, and right now I'm working with my keyboard player, who is from the Las Vegas Strip, Mr. Danny Rich. Shout out to Danny, and we're putting together this project, and I'll be in Shillington, Pennsylvania next Friday night with a big horn band called Uptown Horns, and just keeping it real, Dom. Just keeping it real.
All right, you're going to do something for us right now.
Yeah,
Danny's
let's
in
do it.
charge.
I
of
can
the
do
Brexit.
that.
Get you over there.
All right, Larry
Yeah.
Silverio, Dupree's coming up here. I hope it's "You Belong to Me." That's what the crowd wants
I
here
don't think
somewhere. Come on now.
My dad is a huge fan of this guy. I got to tell you, he was
Yeah.
freaking amazing. Hey.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
All right, Troy, you can hit it.
Oh my God. Who knows it? Have you heard who's kissing her now? Does she act the same when she hears my name? Does she say who's to blame? Have you seen the way she looks now? Do you think she's blue? Did she say we're through? Has she found someone new? My arms are empty, my nights they're long and lonely. I miss her so. Each new tomorrow can only bring me sorrow. I love her so. Of their wedding day, rumors come and go. Still I like to know if it's true. Won't you tell me? Have you heard? Have you heard of their wedding day? Rumors come and go. Still I like to know if it's true. Won't you tell me? Have you heard? Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, saver. Whether you're saving for that trip to the tropics or saving for an emergency, now is the time to take advantage of Wells Fargo's savings options. Wells Fargo offers savings accounts that can help you save towards your goals. So, what are you saving for? Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/save to open a savings account today.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
The ride you want is what we've got. So, drive a little.
Save a lot.
At TurnersvilleJeep.com. Come to Turnersville and get incredible zero-down lease deals on a massive inventory of new Jeeps, Dodges, and Ram trucks. That's right. Save big with special zero-down lease deals at Turnersville. The ride you want is what we've got. So, drive a little.
Save a lot.
TurnersvilleJeep.com, your premier tri-state Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Wagoneer dealer.
Have you questioned your doctor about symptoms like low energy, digestive issues, brain fog, joint pain, just not feeling right, just something is off, and you're only left settling for unanswered questions, or worse, being told it's just because you're getting older? You don't have to settle for unanswered questions any longer. With Younger Me MD's exclusive VIP membership program, aging doesn't have to make you feel older. Their proven 3-step process and functional medicine approach helps you discover the underlying causes of your issues. As a member, you get access to high-level personalized treatment plans, as well as discounts on treatments and supplements. If you're ready to live the life you deserve, it's time to learn about Younger Me MD's VIP membership program. Call 445-266-4024. 445-266-4024. That's 445-266-4024. And schedule your consultation with Younger Me MD.
When you need to know, depend on KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
The Washington Post's newly named editor withdraws amid backlash, instead remaining in London as deputy editor of The Telegraph. The Phillies honoring 2008 World Series MVP Cole Hamels at a retirement ceremony before their game against the Diamondbacks, and Kevin Costner announces he will not return to Yellowstone for season 5.
Get the latest anytime on KYW News Radio, now on Crystal Clear 103.9 FM.
You've never needed us more.
Join Nick Kale and WPHT in supporting the Bend to the Shore Bike Tour on Sunday, July 21st. Ride 30 miles, 65 miles, or just make a donation to the cause. Visit bendtoshore.org. Sign up with the code NIC1210 to get $25 off the registration fee. That's shore.org. Promo code NIC1210. The Bend to Shore Bike Tour provides financial relief for the families of fallen and injured first responders and is organized by Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation. Lose 20 to 40 plus pounds guaranteed with NJ Diet. NJ Diet uses DNA and blood work to help you lose weight and keep it off. Tune into their radio show Sundays at 2 or visit njdiet.com.
At California Psychics, we know that doubt can get in the way of your relationship. One moment you're enjoying a romantic date, the next you're thinking,
is this guy right for me? Could I spend my life with someone who has more hair on his feet than on his head?
Then you realize you've been thinking out loud.
Wait, come back,
Thankfully, California Psychics can clear away the dating doubt. Our accurate psychics are available 24/7 to give you all the guidance you need to make the right relationship choices. California Psychics is the psychic service more people trust. That's why we can guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Right now, new customers receive 80% off their first reading. I can smell love in the air already. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
On Philadelphia's Talk Radio 1210 WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3, Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's Dom time. Now, Dom Giordano.
Burning Sky. Great stuff here on Talk Radio 1210 from Mulligan, 310 West Hildreth Avenue. Where else are you going to get the Dupree's Burning Sky? Maybe Tom Jones in a leisure suit that we have to put up on YouTube. And Scott Presler will register you to vote, among other things here. But joining us is the mayor of this fair city, which is right now they were supposed to send over the figures, Mayor Ernie Triano of Wildwood, from the Barefoot Country Music Festival. You told me 29,000 people attended last night on a Thursday night in Wildwood.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the place was packed. They asked me to say a few words. I went up on the stage, and you look at a sea of humanity, and you know what the best part about it? Not one problem. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Everybody was behaving. Just the perfect atmosphere to be in Wildwood, and it was for all those people that are sweltering in that 100-degree weather in Philly, it was a cool 61.
Was it really?
61 degrees last
Breezy,
night.
beautiful.
I tell you what, that wind coming off the ocean was just absolutely
Did you
perfect.
sing a song up there?
Listen, I want the concert to be a success. I chase everybody out the door if I start
Cat
singing.
scratch fever there.
Oh, my God.
Thanks for helping with the sand from Wildwood, sort of, too, for North Wildwood, which is under siege. I know you guys work together.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. They have a beach now. We're so happy for them. They've been the governor decided to bump the DEP out and bring in the DOT, and the DOT immediately started dredging Hereford Inlet out. North Wildwood's got big beaches, thank God, and we just hope they stay and the people can enjoy what we have to offer.
You know, I would tell you, Mayor, too, first time we witnessed it, you probably have seen it off-season, the dredging thing, that's a dangerous job. This thing is like 50, 60 feet in the air that slowly goes out into the ocean, digs big holes, and then pumps sand back.
Yeah, and then that sand comes running through those mills.
Yeah,
They actually have them graded because at one time they were pumping Strathmere in, and they had a treasure ship out offshore, and they were actually pushing in gold doubloons and silver amiolas, and people who were metal detecting were finding them. So.
Oh, my God.
They put screens on it now.
So 3 more days, right? It's it's tonight, and then it's Saturday night. Is it Sunday, too?
Yeah, it's Sunday also, yeah.
And these are some of the biggest stars in country music that come here. I know that Carrie Underwood came here one of the first years that we were involved with it. So it seems like things under control, too, in Wildwood on the weekends now. You've been helped by the state police.
Yeah, the governor was very gracious in sending some state police down for us that helped us with the boardwalk. And like I say, it sounds like you got a police state here. It's not really the case. It's just as a precautionary to make sure that the kids don't act up. And, the state police, the presence of the state changes some of the atmosphere, and they did a great job for us.
Well, it does, because we talked about this, and maybe the next time we're down Mulligan's, bring in the chief and a couple of cops.
Yep.
We want to buy them a drink, honor them, because they know because of these 2 attorneys general, they're under threat if they do anything that's normal police authority.
Absolutely.
Is made difficult, whereas the state cop, it's clear.
Well, they know
they can do. But are they? They're
yeah. The governor, the attorney general's idea is not to have a young person, carry a record through his youth into his adulthood. So what we're going to do is we're going to coddle these kids, let them break the law, let them be lawless. So when they do become 21, and now you really have situations where you can really be damaged, they think they have a free will and can do what they want. So I think. When I was a kid growing up, I wasn't taught the ABCs when I was 20. I was taught when I was 5, 6, and 7.
Well, Ocean City, which you hear Ocean City, you think the police chief there, Mayor, said they had this mother refusing to come down from where the kid was an hour or 2 away from Ocean City. Mm. They followed the procedures, bring him into the station house, but he's there 6 or 7 hours. How are you supposed to do that?
We had a kid who was OD'd.
Right.
We found him on the side of the street in a T-shirt only. They brought him around. He's giving us all false information. We finally got the right information. We called his parents up. His mom answered the phone. She said, is he okay? Yeah, he's okay now. Wow, okay, he'll be good. Boom. That was it.
Wow.
It's parenting skills are taking a back seat. Everybody wants to be their friend and not their parent.
Right, exactly.
You know what? It's spoil the rod and spare the child. And that's now whack the hell out of him. Give him a good one.
But Wildwood, never looking better. It's great stuff. I would encourage people. We were standing where the water park is, the first pier coming from North Wildwood down.
Right.
And when you stand up there, you get up high enough and you look down the shoreline of the Wildwoods. There's nothing like it. It's incredible to see that.
We had a City Myrtle Beach people come up for our concert to take a look at what we have, and we took them all over the place. And he just sat there and he marveled at the size of the beach. They couldn't get over. I said, this is one venue. I said, we have another venue we can put over here. We have another venue we can put on the other side of Convention Hall. And they just sat there and they go, oh, my God, I can't believe. What they were really amazed at, and I applaud everybody for this, they said, there's no trash.
Right.
I said, well, Jersey, we're polite people. We pick our stuff up here,
Well, that's rare. That's hard with all these people. We're talking with Mayor Ernie Triano. So, Mayor, what's the next big event? Dom Day, of course, here.
Well, you know what? Now that you said that,
uh-oh.
I'm going to actually.
Oh, no.
We're going to actually declare today.
Come on now. Oh, this can't be.
Oh, this is. How
could a moment of silence out there. Come on out, folks. We look for this every year.
How could we not have? How could it be June without Dom Giordano Day in the city of Wildwood for today? So, want to congratulate you, Dom. Thank you
Mayor,
very much.
Love it, Mayor.
I like all the whereases here too.
You know what? The more whereases you have, the more important you are.
There's at least 6 whereases.
That's why they only
here,
give you
Dan.
6.
Let's see how many other talk show hosts says 6.
After Ernie says that,
whereases.
it's like you should have got 12, right? You know, come
exactly.
on
Well, next year I'll have to have a two-sided one for you.
That's amazing.
Well,
Mayor. Thank you.
a nice picture with the hair would be a good thing. Thank you, Mayor.
No, it's our pleasure.
Very
like I said,
nice of you to do that. Anytime, and you've been so generous, all the way back to when we had the Kate Smith controversy. I don't forget that.
I'm not done with that one. I'm
now
still
tell
working
us,
on her.
do you still want the Kate Smith statue?
Absolutely. I want the Kate Smith statue. I will proudly present it. I'll put it right next to the Vietnam Memorial Wall because there's a lot of guys fought and died. Well, everybody on that wall was killed to allow us to be able to express ourselves. And my opinion, when you hear God Bless America, I don't know if there's a better song that represents this country. Yeah. God Bless America.
No, it's a beautiful song, and it stirs. And Kate Smith, when she comes out of the box with that in the beginning, you're exactly right. And do we know where it is? We hear
yes. It's at Spectre Coors Garage warehouse
and breaking
in Chester.
news.
In
Chester.
Yep.
All right. After everybody has enough drinks here, let's go to Chester, please.
Free
Kate Smith.
I actually have enough people. A couple people approached me about going in there to get it. I said, "Well, yeah, you get it, and then you bring it here." Now
like a diamond
I'm taking
heist.
Stolen goods. Now I go to jail.
Well,
Mayor Ernie's rappelling down from the ceiling. You know?
That would be a huge day if you can get that. I know that you're on that, and it is a piece of Americana that's just unbelievable.
I just wish everybody took 2 seconds to understand what she actually did for civil rights back in that day when she was one of the largest advocates of civil rights. And for saying one word, they brutalized that poor woman.
I agree with you. Mayor, anytime. Thank you, Ernie.
Tom,
Thank
pleasure.
you for this.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to my neighborhood.
All right. Round the corner, Mayor Ernie Triano, folks. Mayor of Wildwood. Kate Smith coming up here. All right. Is that Scott Presler over there with a cowboy hat on now? Or is that somebody else 6'5" with a cowboy hat?
You want him? You want him? He'll
bring him over here. We got a guy with a cowboy hat on here. He's promoting the festival here, too. All right, 855-839-1210. You get on board. Thanks to Mayor Ernie. In previous years, Dan, we were made deputy fire chiefs. Wait a minute, he lost his cowboy hat there, though. What the heck happened? I need a Presler with a cowboy hat. All right, let's go to some callers here. 855-839-1210. Let's go to Angela in Philly. She's on Talk Radio 1210. Hey, Angela, good afternoon. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, Angela. So what do you have today,
the Regal
Angela?
Beagle.
The Where is that? Where is
it's
that?
It's from Three's Company. It's fictional.
Dan, do you know the Regal Beagle?
Yeah, from Three's Company, the old bar where they would have their mixed drinks and a sandwich. Yeah.
All right, we'll put that one in. That's the first one that's widespread enough versus some bar in the middle of nowhere. All right, so Scott Presler making his way over.
Yep.
He should have a cowboy hat on. I'm sure. I thought that you would come to us with the cowboy hat on. But so, Scott, how's the crowd here? This seems to be pretty pumped up that Scott Presler
Wait, you got a pina colada?
Did you get a pina colada?
I did, yeah.
Wait a minute. My wife, we searched for pina coladas.
So, Scott, we've been asking for pina coladas from Mulligan's for years now. And I did not know they now had them until you just walked in with this. Yes.
So I'm like the first.
You are the first.
He said he was bringing in the equipment today. We got to get Roe on this, the pina colada. Now, is that a virgin pina colada or an alcohol pina colada?
A magician never reveals his tricks.
It's a great answer.
So, Scott, I think there are 3 Trump stores in town. I follow you, as you know, because I'm following America and I'm following Pennsylvania Win. You're going to be at the Trump store over in Ben Salem on Sunday. A rally there. No other presidential candidate could have a rally, at a Trump store. We're not going to see a Biden store.
No. Well, this is a busy weekend, so we're at Mulligan's now. We're doing this Wildwood. Then tomorrow's the Trump rally in Philly, and I love that he's coming to Temple University. And some people are saying, Scott, this is kind of a rough area. And I said, good. It's about time the Republican Party stops being the country club Republican Party, and that we go into places that we traditionally have ignored and that we haven't reached out to. And I'll tell you, we've been texting voters that are Democrats and independent around Philly this whole entire week, inviting them to come here from President Trump. And we got a team of door knockers that are going out today and all day tomorrow, inviting the local neighborhood to come hear from the next president of the United States. And furthermore, on Sunday, I always come on your show and I'm talking about voter registration. Mm-hmm. We have so many people here today from Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
There we go. Magic time.
And it's so funny hearing from people because they're going, Scott, what number are we at now? I know that we're at 720. And it's cool that people all of a sudden really understand the importance of voter registration. They love it, they understand it, and they know that it's critical to us winning. And so on Sunday, we're doing a day of action. We're going to start in Quakertown, which is Upper Bucks. We're going to follow by going to Doylestown and Middle Bucks, which is that blue dot in Bucks County. And then we're going to follow by going to the Trump store in Bensalem for a giant tailgating, cooking with hot dogs, and it's a very visible area.
Wait a minute. What is that food? The hot dogs. What is that blend of accent? Is that the Virginia accent, the hard scrapple accent?
This is my beautiful Midwestern accent coming out.
Makes them relatable.
But, Scott, the thing, though, that means the most to me is the fact that you're such an incrementalist, and not too many people don't get it, that it's big picture and one big thing's going to happen, like the debate. It's not. It's what you're doing methodically, the tip stuff, the gas station stuff, the Amish. These things all add up. Pennsylvania is going to be probably under 25,000 votes one way or another. And you might be responsible for just enough, if not more, because we have all these people in other states that hear you and they're sending postcards. They're reminding people to vote, mail-in ballot. So tell them what they do again. We can't do it enough. People may not have heard you before.
Sure. Well, to anyone listening, I really need your help, especially if you're in Pennsylvania. If you want to register to vote right now at this very second, go to pavoterservices.pa, like Pennsylvania.gov. And you can register to vote online. You can change your party affiliation to Republican. And those numbers incrementally help us. That when people see that we've narrowed the gap by 200,000 votes, that there are 200,000 fewer Democrats than there were 2 years ago, that means more dollars are going to flow into Pennsylvania. That means more donors. And actually, I want to thank Mulligan's, and I want to thank Dom, you, and 1210 Talk Radio, because we had 2 women today here at Mulligan's Bar that switched their voter registration from Democrat to Republican in Pennsylvania. Woo. Now, somebody might go, Scott, that's -2. It's actually -2D plus 2R is actually a net gain of +4 votes. So those 2 ladies just got us a net gain of 4 just from here in Mulligan's.
And one way we can tell that Scott Presler is working is the attacks against you increase. The more they increase, the more these people come out of the woodwork, that indicates they get exactly what's happening here.
Oh, yeah.
And when Bucks County, probably in July, I'm hoping, goes red, the money will pour in. People will realize they're not out there alone. They'll start to do the other things you're talking about from these other states. Win Pennsylvania, you and I agree on this, you're going to be the president.
Well, a couple things. So, yes, we are going to flip Bucks County. It is inevitable. We're coming. Now, I want to make it clear, as soon as we flip Bucks, all of our time, all of our talent, all of our volunteers, we're immediately going to turn our energy towards Chester County, flipping Chester County from blue to red, to Monroe County, where the Poconos are, from blue to red, to Erie County, which is the most quintessential swing state in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, to Center County, to Luzerne. So we have an entire plan. We have an operation. And, the Democrats, their attacks against me are so stupid. They'll come comment on my hair, which number one is gorgeous, but number two,
I gotta say, all the comments on YouTube are, "I wish I had Scott's hair."
There you go, exactly.
And number two, they'll call me Brooke Shields, and I'm like, dude, she's gorgeous. That is a compliment. Compliment.
Yeah, Brooke Shields not bad. I would agree with you.
I welcome it. And you know what? I embrace the hate. I welcome the hate because every time a Democrat comments on my post on X, thanks to Elon Musk, I monetize their hate, and we're going to donate that to my organization, earlyvoteaction.com. So thank you, Democrats, for all your continued support financially.
All right. We'll have more coming up here with Scott Presler. Great stuff. And again, if you're not registered to vote, I'd be very surprised, but maybe not. Maybe some guys in the band would like to sign up. We'll put you on all you have to do. And if you have anybody here in Wildwood, I think it was Senior Week, Scott, or around this time, how many people have been brought to you? Probably can't count them all. That said, this is the first vote of my kid. I want Scott Presler to register them.
Oh, yeah. No, it's so funny. So moms and dads reach out to me. And they're like, Scott, my kid is 17 turning 18. When they turn 18, I want you to be the one to register my child to vote. And that to me, having that trust, having that respect. And, my mom and dad, and happy Father's Day again to my dad and mom in May. But to so many people, I am their adopted son. And I love the community that we have built. I love the family that we have built.
And your guys, these guys following around the country. This guy here is filming everything we're doing.
I love the shirt, too.
Yeah,
you see the shirt?
This
President Donald J. Trump.
He's got the mugshot shirt.
The mugshot shirt.
This is Joe. Joe's a part of my team with Early Vote Action, and he's such a trooper. My car right now does not have air conditioning, so he's been putting up with me, and we've been sweating our behinds off, but
so
here he is.
You're traveling the country without air conditioning?
Correct.
Oh, my God.
With all this hair.
Oh, it's got to be trouble.
From Detroit to the Grand Hotel with Scott Presler. All right, we'll have more here from Mulligan's in a minute. If you have fear of the dentist, you're not alone. My friend and board-certified dentist, prosthodontist, for years, Dr. Robert Bentz is known for helping overcome fear and anxiety. Patients have come to Dr. Bentz from all over Pennsylvania and South Jersey, some even farther, New York, Florida, even Washington State. I'll be talking more in coming weeks about this health check report that was done on CBS 3, I think with Stephanie Stahl and Dr. Bentz this week. Charlie Manuel is a patient of his. Charlie Manuel is beloved, stroke, and Dr. Bentz working dentally with Charlie Manuel, getting a lot of response on this. This guy can do anything when it comes to dentistry. So if you've been putting off much-needed dental work, I had somebody come from Ocean City, 8 years, didn't see a dentist due to fear and anxiety, went to Dr. Bentz, still goes to Dr. Bentz, great results. Now's the time to call Dr. Robert Bentz, the Bentz Dental Group. See the Bentz difference? Make that appointment today. Visit Bentz, B-E-N-T-Z, dentalgroup.com, or call 610-272-6949.
Walking down this rocky road, wondering where my life is leading, rolling on to the bitter end.
Hi, I'm Judith Light. So there you are. It's flu season, and you're over 65 like me. You're having another busy year. So much to do, so many roles in life to play. But you feel like you might be forgetting something serious. Your annual flu shot. And before you know it, it's too late. It's not just the aches, fever, and chills that last for days and days. The flu can be life-threatening, especially if you have chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease, which can worsen with the flu. Being active and healthy alone won't protect you. The immune system weakens with age, making you more susceptible to the flu. If you're over 65, ask about your vaccine options, including one made specifically for us. An annual flu shot is the best way to help keep the flu away. Visit the National Council on Aging at ncoa.org/flu to learn more and talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccine options for people 65 and older. Again, that's ncoa.org/flu.
As a doctor, I see patients every day who are losing their vision and independence to age-related macular degeneration, also known as AMD. It's the leading cause of blindness in adults 55 and older. Some of us are at greater risk for AMD. If you have blurry vision or blind spots, they can be symptoms of AMD. If left untreated, it can lead to blindness. The good news? With early detection, AMD can be managed with effective clinically approved treatments that can reduce or even reverse some vision loss. Learning that you have AMD can be scary, but there's hope and help. The Foundation Fighting Blindness is researching and developing treatments and cures for AMD. To get your free AMD information packet, contact the Foundation Fighting Blindness today at 1-800-BLINDNESS. That's 1-800-BLINDNESS. Join the fight against AMD, because together there is a cure in sight.
Yo, Royers Ford. What? We know your favorite station is 1210 WPHT. WPHT.
'Cause I'm ready for your love.
Yeah, Burning Sky, tribute to Bad Company. We're back on air with the Dom Giordano Show. How you doing, Dom? We are back.
All right, we're going to have a toast here in a moment. We have with us here, of course, great tribute band, Burning Sky, and thanks to Mayor Ernie Triano for stopping by. Robin Schaefer, affectionately known as the Wales Guy because of all the stuff that goes on here, is with us. And Joey M., who Ro and I often are at his restaurant, La Cucina, but is our resident expert on all things Wildwood, Robin. You're Ocean City, and also Sinatra. To put it mildly, nobody does Sinatra like he does. They have to beg him to do it. Not really. He walks up. He owns the place. So every Friday and Saturday, it seems to be over at La Cucina. That's where you're going to find Sinatra. So, Robin, this is bigger and better than the fourth annual Dom Giordano Day. And you're one of the guys that has your group that come out from Ocean City. And also, my wife, Rose, said, we haven't talked much on the show about Wales, about all the things going on. Does that mean it's over? And I try to explain to her that a guy like Phil Murphy, it's never over with this guy. He's a menace. His wife is a menace that was stopped, strangely. But he's not giving up on ruining this beautiful thing that all these people in the room come to every year, known as the Jersey Shore. So what's the latest?
Well, the latest is... and thanks for having me back on the show. And Dom Giordano Day is such a privilege to be a part of. And so what we've seen the last 6 months or so is a dead whale every day or so washing ashore or dead out in the ocean off of Massachusetts and Delmarva, where they're still building these wind turbines, and they're doing all the survey work and whatever, and people like Phil Murphy are downplaying it, and they're, federal government and the state agencies are all saying, well, it's follow the science. It's not about the work that we're doing out here and all the noise we're making. It's not about all that. It's about climate change. It's about the whales are following the menhaden into areas that they didn't normally go into. That's why they're getting, wrapped up in, fishing gear, or they're running into stuff.
But the bottom line, not ready fully for publication, but you're working on a big event to come up. What I'm trying to tell people is this is not over in the slightest. In fact, it might be bigger pretty soon with what you're working on. Stay tuned, and we'll hear it first here with you. This is such an issue with our listeners. As you and I talked about it, people in the room and listening, wherever they are, were drawn to it because of the whales, because of the tragedy of this. But then they started to think of the destruction. I've been watching the dredging, which is necessary, but it's god-awful looking to see these monstrous machines, particularly the one that's 50 feet high, go out there. Imagine windmills 100 times that size. Looking out there, when you look out across the ocean, that's what you're going to see if they get their way.
Well, it's like the Manhattan skyline out in the ocean. Does anybody really think that that we should be building skyscrapers out in the ocean? This whole green greed New Deal, I call it, is insane. And there's billions of dollars changing hands, and it's all about net zero carbon. It's all about this ideology that is, that certain people on the left, that certain elites continue to push, including like Tammy Murphy, who was able to get climate change instruction into schools, which is going to indoctrinate a whole new generation of kids on the idea that we're all going to be underwater in the next 20 years. Well, they said that 20 years ago. We're still not underwater. Where we're sitting right now.
And it's hot out, Robin, now. So, of course, when it snows, we will be hearing about it again. But let's take a moment here, and let's all pause here for a moment. A little toast, impromptu. I didn't write anything down here, wherever you are. Thanks for coming today. Thanks to our special guest, Scott Presler, the man that's going to win Pennsylvania. Thanks to Dan for putting this on. Thanks to Burning Sky over here in the corner, who's been tremendous today.
Hey!
And most of all, thanks for Roe for putting up with all this shenanigans.
Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
Got your red wine there, too.
Yeah, no white wine would be used in this. Thank you, Dan.
Well, on that, I have to agree with you. I think that's
And joining us, too, is one of our home away from homes here, Mulligan's, of course, too, Joey M. of La Cucina, a listener. We used to come there, Joe, and then a listener reminded me about it when we did a top 10 list. But the draw from my wife is, how do you get hundreds of people there every weekend playing Sinatra and all their favorites, and particularly these women dancing for hours, apparently?
Well, it's just not me. It's the combination of my other entertainers that I bring in. I'm only just a little feature. And anybody who comes in to sing there, the first rule is they cannot sing Sinatra. Dean Martin or Bobby Darin. So
I'll give you another rule, Joe, and you're with me on this. Dan, you know what it is about Sinatra.
Yeah.
Anybody under 50 singing My Way right away should be arrested.
Yeah.
Under 50, maybe under 60, right?
It's true. I mean, and the thing is, I've been doing it for so many years. Next year is going to be 50 years in the food business and 50 years as a singer.
Wow.
You know what's amazing? I'm only 45 years old.
Well, we don't have anything worked up this time, but I think the next time we're back here on July 3rd, we got to hear something from you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What's your favorite Sinatra tune?
And that's a tough question.
My Way is mine, without a doubt.
Well, I mean, My Way usually goes in every set that I sing. That's Life.
Yep.
World on the String. The Summer Winds. I mean, these are like my favorites. They're my go-tos. And then Fly Me to the Moon, Witchcraft, and then I throw in the Dean Martins and the Bobby Darins and stuff like that. So,
what's the essence of Sinatra, though? What does it take to pull that off?
You know, it's a tough question. A lot of people go out and do Sinatra, and I never classified myself as a Sinatra singer. Mm-hmm. I just classified myself as a singer. I don't impersonate Sinatra. The only thing closest that I do to Sinatra is his phrasing. If you listen to Sinatra, he has a certain unique in his phrasing. He can tell a story as he's singing a song.
Well, I've seen you do it standing on the street during COVID, doing it while also running down the establishment down the street. Not that I forgot that.
Do you remember that?
Yes, and I, as somebody who communicates too, appreciate that. You're right. It's the phrasing in addition to the voice. Nobody.
No, you can't duplicate an icon like that. You know, everybody goes out there, and there's guys who really do a great job. But I never thought that was a great thing to impersonate somebody. I just feel it's a tribute to somebody. Mm-hmm. You know, an impersonator, it's like Elvis. There's a million Elvis impersonators, but it's like, you know, it's about a tribute to these guys. These guys are icons. And Sinatra's music will be on for a lifetime. It's something that never dies.
You say that as a guy with a leisure suit behind you about to
Tom Jones. by the way, Joey M. So
he's not an actual imitation.
Who would say 100 years from now are we going to be listening to Taylor Swift or Sinatra?
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I think
Frank
you're
Sinatra.
right. Yeah.
I just don't see.
It's timeless.
I think the generations don't have that what we have. You know, we're true admirers, and we grew up with this music. And, you know, it's just something that Sinatra's still here from the 40s. And, you know, we're almost, 15 years from now is 100 years. And we're still listening to Frank Sinatra.
Exactly.
So what does that tell you? You know, and that's the whole thing.
Well, we love coming there, my wife particularly, the dancing, the whole thing, and you and Bob Pantano. You know, Bob Pantano and I were both in the same book at Newman, X1.
Really?
Ask him that, yes.
I just got off the phone with him. I was coming in and I called him because he's actually coming down to Wildwood next week. He starts his gig.
Oh, okay.
He starts his gig.
We'll be in to see him,
on Sundays. So
yeah.
I'm working. I'm actually going up the road on Sunday in his neck of the woods to perform.
Where are you going to be performing, John?
At the Washington State Park.
Okay.
So in Turnersville, I think it is, or Sewell.
Okay.
Sewell, not Sewell. And a bunch of people, the Blue Notes, Tommy C., the kid that I discovered, he'll be on the show.
Okay.
And it's a lot going on. So.
Well, Joe, thank you. First time you've been to Dom Day.
Yes, it is.
Please
and
come back.
Congratulations and many, many more.
Thank you, Joey.
You're a great guy. Thank you so much,
Joey.
Tom.
Thanks,
Take care.
Joey
Thank
M.
you,
here
guys.
on Talk Radio 1210. We'll get more with Robin and a leisure-suited Tom Jones is
Yes.
on the. Thank you, Joe. Hey, batteries plus bulbs. My friend Roy, we were over in Northfield. I broadcast from Northfield because of down here at the shore on Monday and Tuesday of this week. There's a batteries plus bulb store right there on Tilton Road. I was right next door to it. It's every bit the same as you'll find in Mount Laurel on Route 73. Two great stores. Roy and his staff, what they're going to do is they're going to help you fix whatever it is with tech that needs fixing, whatever you need to, for example, he tells me all the time about sentimental things. Husband passed away, wife couldn't retrieve photos from a broken phone. His guy, Neftel, did. Unbelievable appreciation from the widow and my listeners that have gotten things done from Roy. But everyday things, your phone. Chris Sharp, the master tech, Farah, the store manager, they're there to help. It's the original batteries plus bulbs. 18 years ago, Roy started it. It's like a superstore. So right now, when you go into batteries plus bulbs, mention my name. When you stop into one of Roy's stores, be entered to win a $50 gift certificate to use in the Mount Laurel and Northfield locations. No purchase necessary. Call 856-638-0778, 856-638-0778.
You never give me your money. You only give me your sympathy. But I keep on running. There's no way to catch up with me. I'm leaving you. Now don't make the
Weather sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
The heat and humidity will peak over the weekend. We'll see plenty of sunshine today. There will be a chance for a stray storm well to the north later this afternoon, high 94. Warm and muggy tonight, low 74. And for Saturday, very hot and humid with sunshine and clouds, high 96.
Join the free smoothie party at Tropical Smoothie Cafe on June 21st for National Smoothie Day. We're treating our Tropic Rewards members to a free smoothie with bowl or food purchase. Order an app online or pop by the cafe for a little sip and chill. 3 cheers to our Tropic fam. Terms and conditions apply.
Kale and Company weekday mornings 6 till 10.
I'm petrified of heights. I don't like to be spun in circles. I can't do like the tilt-a-whirl. Makes my stomach queasy.
Associate producer here, Jim Kelly, just came up with a great idea. For $2,000, would you be willing to get on one of those rides that you're so terrified of? All the money goes to the families behind the Badge Children's Foundation.
So the Jersey Devil Coaster,
Oh, boy.
58 miles an hour, 130-foot drop.
I want to see
That's
Philadelphia,
my favorite.
Seek's new morning show host, who tragically perished on Boardwalk.
Do it right now. GregStockerStocks.com. All the money goes to the families behind the Badge Children's Foundation.
Start your day with Kale and Company. Weekday mornings 6 till 10 on Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, and the free Odyssey app.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-329-2121. 800-329-2121. 800-329-2121.
Crash-proof consumer Joe Doherty of Maple Shade, New Jersey, has true security in retirement.
The main foundation of crash-proof is that you maintain your capital investment. It's not prone to the vagaries of the market. You know that whether we have 2 crashes, 6 crashes, no matter how long you live, you know that your principal is safe and guaranteed. Anyone that has any doubts about whether their investments are going to fall or dip down and the troughs and the crashes and all the other vagaries of the market, I just recommend highly crash-proof retirement. Protect your capital, protect your investment.
Only crash-proof retirement can guarantee peace of mind in a legally binding, recorded financial meeting. Schedule an appointment or register for the next Crash-Proof Retirement educational event at Downingtown Country Club on Tuesday, July 23rd. The event is followed by complimentary dinner. 800-722-9728 or crashproofretirement.com.
Hey, Joe DeCamera here. If you drive a car, you want it to last a long time and not cost you lots of money in the long run. You need to get your car serviced at United Tire and Service. I get my car serviced at one of their 10 locations throughout the Delaware Valley. You should too. Right now, get an oil change on any make or model, and they'll do a free summer trip check so you're ready to hit the road. 20-point safety check, brakes, belts, important fluid levels, lights, even the spare tire. To find the location nearest you, go to UnitedTire.com. That's UnitedTire.com. Don't drive alone. Drive United.
Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Live from the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter.
Okay, that's Burning Sky here at Mulligan's at 310 West Hildreth Avenue. Must be a big crowd here today. I haven't seen Johnny Z. Dan, I don't know if there's an emergency somewhere. Usually we get him for an annual report. We have with us the leader of Burning Sky, Wolf. And the hair is real, that Tony guy. And Dan and Matt. Okay, the lead singer here. And, of course, the Earl of Tacony, who tells me that on a hot day like this, being dressed in a leisure suit, you'll see this on YouTube shortly.
How hot is Earl right now?
Yeah, to give us, what song are you going to be doing of the great Sir Tom Jones?
We're going to be doing It's Not Unusual.
Of course.
It is unusual.
It is unusual.
That is not unusual at all for someone to want to do
By the
that.
way, on the side question today, and we'll get a winner here today, a guy just handed me a slip of paper. The bar tavern is the Little Paddock, Stratford, Pennsylvania. Not in the contest, but infamous. All right, so if that's a place that has... Wolf, what would you say? You guys have played all over the place.
Yep.
You particularly have Burning Sky. Is there a bar that's infamous or famous that you've ever played or been in?
There's too many of them.
Give us one.
118 North?
118 North.
Where's 118 North?
In Wayne, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
That's where I had my little kidney stone incident.
Oh,
yeah, it was
that sticks out.
absolutely fantastic.
How you feeling now?
Yeah. I got the stent. And
Yeah, but you're like bouncing on a drum set over there.
Well, when I had to play that Thursday at 118, I was in pain. It didn't. Like I said,
Was he cringing?
Yeah, he was cringing every time he hit the kick drum hard. Yeah.
All right, so Mulligan's crowd today, great. They really love you guys. Where are you going to be next? Where will we find Burning Sky next?
Tomorrow we're actually playing in
Blue Arrow.
It's the Blue Arrow Farm, it's called.
Okay.
It's in the upstate New York.
It's just on the border of New Jersey and New York.
All right.
It's
How
from-
about someplace here locally, guys? That's yeah.
Well, we have a date coming up at the Landis Theater, October 11th.
Ah, okay.
And
Vineland.
in
Okay.
August,
Right.
August 16th, we're playing at the Gem in Spring City. On the 23rd, we're back at Cooper's Riverview in Trenton, New Jersey.
You got to
Used be
come
the
to
old
that show.
Kathmandu.
That's going to be an
Yeah.
outdoor show, so that'll be a really fantastic show. A lot of opportunity to dance and party in the
Right.
sun.
Okay. And you have Mr. Tom Jones here today in a green leisure suit.
It's not unusual
You
for
got-
somebody
yeah.
to show up in a green leisure suit to sing
Well,
Tom Jones.
not with Talk Radio 1210. I just wish the guy from the Duprees would have sung "You Belong to Me." I was waiting for that.
You're
You
really
guys
upset
were ready
about
for
that.
Yes.
Earl, did you buy that back in the 70s, or did you go out and get it for this?
Well, thanks, Clark. This is from the Cousin Eddie collection. Of the septic tanks filled in the RV.
Oh, my God.
Or your
Nice.
dogs yakking up a turkey bone.
I love the Hawaiian shirt and everything under. It looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Looks great.
So where do we go for all things Burning Sky again?
You go to www.theburningskyband.com, and we have a private Facebook page at the Burning
Right.
Sky Band, Burning
NJ.
Sky, the Ultimate Band Company Experience. Before we go, I just want to acknowledge we have Billy the Beard on bass.
Hey, Billy.
Yo, Billy.
And
Billy,
we
come
have
over here real quick.
and we have Mike Birnbaum on guitar. And then
Oh, he's all
I
set up. Never mind.
I want to acknowledge back there in the corner, actually, we have free beer koozies and magnets, and our girl Chrissy is at our table back there, our concession table. And I'd like to acknowledge my friend Shane, who actually helped me carry my drum set in today so I don't rip my stent out of my stomach.
Oh, yeah, that would not be good.
All right, that's a real Dom Giordano day. A guy playing with his stent in his stomach here, man.
I just want to underline how
Get that
great you
anyway.
guys have been to work with.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
if there's any
And
venues
listeners.
out there
Right,
listening,
yes.
weddings, anything that want to hire
Right.
you,
Yeah, yeah.
theburningskyband.com. You guys are incredible. And you guys not only do Bad Company, you do free Mata Hoople and
Right.
other music as well, right?
Why
we do.
Bad
Yeah.
Company? Why did you choose them? Why did you get into
You know, it's
that?
really funny because when I decided to put the band together, there's a plethora of Zeppelin bands, Journey bands.
Right.
And I said if I found the right people, I wanted to do Band Company because no one was doing it. And
Right.
I found the best people. And the band's actually really doing well. So it's kind of like a monopoly, like trying to do a little something a little different. So if anybody wants Band Company, they go to us and
The
we
team
play
is
Band
absolutely-
Company.
Team is absolutely
All right,
fantastic.
you want to hear some Tom Jones?
Yeah, Tom Jones, Mr.
All right, let's
Jones,
move over to
Sir
the
Tom
band and,
Jones. Here we go. All right, folks.
Yeah, let's go,
Mr.
Earl.
Tom Jones is here. Green leisure suit and all. Here on Talk Radio 1210 from Mulligan, 310 West Hildreth Avenue, right in the heart of Wildwood. It's been an unbelievable
It's really
day.
been an amazing event.
So jump on board right now.
Keith Hartzell sitting down at the table here,
Yes.
coming up next as we continue and wait for these guys to set up.
All right.
Looks like they're just getting some cues
Yeah.
correct here, and we're ready whenever you guys are.
Thank you.
I think
All right, Mr. Sir Tom Jones, here on Talk Radio 1210.
All right, we're getting the bass player
Okay.
all wired up here. Thought it was great seeing Mayor Ernie as well. A lot going on here with Barefoot Country Music Festival. If you want to come out to Wildwood, not only us, we're here. Rich will be here in Cape May, and then Barefoot Country as well down here in Wildwood. But some Tom Jones right now.
It's not unusual to go out at any time, but when I see you out and about, it's such a crime. If you should ever want to be loved by anyone, it's not unusual. It happens every day. No matter what I say, you'll find it happens all the time. Love will never do what you want it to. Why can't this crazy love be mine?
Wow, did not expect to have some live Tom Jones.
All right,
Tom
Dan
Jones.
checks it off his box. I've always wanted Sir Tom Jones to be here in a green leisure suit. Check. He was here for Dom Day.
I did it well, Dom.
All right,
Yeah.
the phone lines are 855-839-1210. You can get in AT&T and Verizon Wireless. All you have to do is push pound 1210. Scott Presler with us here, too, on Dom Giordano Day. And the big story tomorrow, the big story to me, is President Trump and how he's approaching this debate. We'll give you a little bit of that, too, as we continue, too, with the fun here at Mulligan's, 310 West Hildreth. That's where you want to be. Stop on by. Rich coming up later over at the Grand Hotel where Scott stayed last night. Great spot all day here in Wildwood at 855-839-1210. You get in. Hey, I love sports. I love them so much I never want them to stop. But as the playoffs wind down, we get fewer games. And the sports aren't sportsing like I want them to. But FanDuel lets me keep the sports going wherever I go. All I have to do is open up the app, dream up bets anytime I'm in the mood. And during the summer, FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, is hooking up all customers with a boost or a bonus daily. That's right. There's something for everyone every day all summer long. Head over to FanDuel.com/Dom and make the most out of your summer. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 1210 WPHT. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. You have to be 21 plus, present in Pennsylvania, opt-in required, wager requirements apply, bonuses awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets or profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including bonus expiration. See terms and conditions at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's officially summer, and the Zioli Army is headed to Cape May. Let's storm the beaches of Cape May at the Grand Hotel. Join me for our live show Friday, June 21st. Can't wait to see you there at my happy place, the Grand Hotel of Cape May, New Jersey. And we're going to have a very special surprise guest hanging out with us as well. So make it a priority. Put it on your calendar today. Friday, June 21st, 3 to 7 p.m., live at the Grand Hotel of Cape May, New Jersey, grandhotelcapemay.com.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's also what a lot of us lack in our basement or garage. By switching to a Navien tankless water heater, not only will you have all the hot water you need whenever you need it, but you'll gain storage area as well. Maybe a place to display your space collectibles. Highly logical. Learn about Navien's series of high-efficiency tankless water heaters and how they don't just save space, but save dollars on your utility bills too. For more, go to tanklessmadesimple.com.
With so much uncertainty in the world today, you may find yourself wondering, is now even the right time to retire?
And so many people are waiting, and those folks are going to be waiting a really long time, I hate to say, because there's no perfect time. The market is always unpredictable and volatile.
Fortunately, Jim Cipriotti has been helping get people to, through, and beyond retirement for over 25 years. And each week, he wants to help give you that freedom to retire. Listen to Freedom to Retire with Jim Cipriotti, Saturday mornings at 9 and Sunday afternoons at 5 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Attention hot tub enthusiasts, soak in the relaxation at Spring Dance Hot Tubs. For a limited time only, get 0% financing for 60 months on the Philly Special $735 hot tub for as little as $100 a month. And indulge in our Hot Spring Grandy models starting at just $250 a month. Plus, get free Freshwater IQ Smart Monitoring System and Salt System. Visit us for $500 off all smart top covers and 20% off all Spa Frog products. Hurry, offers end June 28th. Visit Spring Dance Hot Tubs today. Subject to credit approval. See store for details.
Hey, Riverton. We know your favorite station is Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
All right, Dom Giordano's show. Come on out to Mulligan's. Be part of it today. Wherever you are, you still have time to get here. Joining us is our host, Johnny Z, so busy today at Mulligan's that he couldn't join us in the beginning with our Patriot of the Year. And I think he's still hanging around somewhere, though, Scott Presler, Johnny. So I know that was your wish. Why Scott Presler? You just saw him here, you heard him with me, or what over the years with Presler got you?
Well, I'll tell you what, Dom, and thanks for coming back again. Scott Presler, he's the hardest working man in Republican politics.
Yeah.
I wish we had 100 more of them. And I've gotten to speak to him a couple times. He's such a nice guy. He just, all over the crowd. My wife, Pam, she wanted to be here. Unfortunately, we had a call out at the liquor store.
Okay.
So she's been down there. She's been trying to get down here. It's a busy time of the year. And Scott was just nice enough to go down there and meet her back in the cooler. He was having a great time back there. But just a wonderful time all the way around.
Yeah, John, too, I tell people this all the time. I was even telling Presler, I work the same way he does. Pride of the bar, it's a great spot, but the food is second to none when it comes to this genre, and you do unusual things. The country music, the Barefoot Festival going on, do you have something for the country folks?
Well, actually, tonight we're running two different specials. One of them kind of is geared toward that. We're doing rack of ribs.
Right.
Sweet potato fries, and then choice of vegetable. The other special tonight, we're doing snow crab clusters with your choice of sides. So that's
Wait a minute,
side.
with that rack of rib, I don't know if you might have to include a vegetable. They're making a statement of what they want.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Rib.
Yeah, vegetable will not go along with that so well. But those are along with the other dinners that we have on our regular menu.
Yeah. So, John, how do you see now? We've been the center of the universe here, the Trump rally, et cetera. Are you feeling pretty good about things? You having a debate watch party here, people raucously blow by blow on Thursday night?
I'm not sure what's going to happen. We might have something. We might have it out on the patio for people that want to watch it. I have no idea what to expect next week. Some people smarter than I still think that it may not go on. I don't. Your guess is as good as mine. But it should be an interesting watch.
Keith Hartzell, newly minted, ran for mayor, now a full-fledged city council person in Ocean City again.
Yep.
Keith, when you see this race and you see the debate coming up, I don't know if you've been in debates at the city council or did you debate the mayor level?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes.
Oh, is it blood sport in Ocean City, the debate?
Well, they try to make it a forum, but it gets a little lively. It goes back and forth. So it's kind of my forte. I really enjoy it. But this thing coming up, this will be a worldwide event. It's probably the number one thing's ever going to be watched with Biden and Trump. I can't wait. I mean, I'm literally pacing we've got it marked all over the house when it is.
Well, I wanted Trump Hillary, too, as you know. I mean, that would have been, particularly the walk-around debate with the two of them.
Yeah.
That was must-see. But this one, I think, is going to be, President Trump is going to be you can see it already what he's doing. There's not going to be a lot of fireworks or whatever. I'm hoping he's talking policy. He's going to be funny, too. And what he did in the South Bronx, be funny in a way that is not attacking Biden necessarily. And let's lift up Biden can't have a low bar. If he stands there for 90 minutes, he wins.
Yeah.
That's where we are at this point. If he doesn't walk off in some crazy way, we can't have that kind of bar. Anything else that you see, that people you run into and you're watching this that you want to see Trump do?
Well, I just think that you're 100% correct. When he wants to, he's a really nice guy. Our commissioner here, Bobby Barr, just elected, actually met him when Van Drew switched. He was with him in the Oval Office and actually was by himself with President Trump for a while and just said he's the nicest guy in the world. Not only that, he spent most of the time talking to Bobby about him, not about himself. Very engaging, that type of guy, legitimate, real, communicates well with people. Everything that we've been told is exactly the opposite of how this guy is when you're with him. And if anybody's had the pleasure, which I have not, but everybody that I talk to says, oh my God, he's one of the nicest people in the world. And he just really seems to care. So I think that's in him. I think that he's got a unique ability to speak to people at all levels. Anybody that's worked for him likes him, loves him. So all this stuff about he was this, that, and the other thing in Atlantic City, I'm on the radio once a week in this market the last 20 years. I always ask, somebody call and tell me something bad. Mm-hmm. Tell me somebody he harassed. Tell me a time that he was a racist. It does not happen, folks. A lot of this is made up. We know this from living in this area. We know it 100% to be true that the guy's a stellar guy, stellar business person, stellar guy in the community. So I'm looking for him to bring that out. And I think he knows that. Now I think he knows it's all on the table. And I also think he knows who he's competing with.
Exactly. All right, well, we hear more with Keith. And Johnny, is it true he's on your wish list for the next time around, President Trump? We got Scott Presler here. Who else would you like to see? Within reason. Because it's Stan's job, and I want to see him work hard at this.
Man, I have to think about that. There's just so many people. Obviously, President Trump. That would be.
We'll have to take the walls down and make it open air.
That was neat during the rally when they did the drive-by.
Yes.
With the
exactly.
the motorcade. And all that was pretty cool. Yeah, I have to think of that. But I'd love to have Scott Presler back again.
Okay.
That would be fantastic.
We'll make that happen. I want to thank you, though, too. This is such an unusual thing for a radio station. Now, is there any truth to the rumor that a jitney will be involved going over to the Zioli show?
There was talk a little while ago, a couple weeks ago. The one guy on Twitter, I don't know his name, the jitney guy. He was actually here for the rally or one of the events. He was the one that was saying, hey, I have the jitney. You want to put something together? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it down to Cape May. I would love to, but duty calls.
You are what makes this, though, with talk radio. It's you as a sponsor, as a listener, on Twitter and all that. We couldn't do it without it, and it results in days like this. So thank you. We're already looking forward to July 3rd, the next day here, and it'll be a lot of fun celebrating July 4th. So thanks, John, very much.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Johnny Z with us here on Talk Radio 1210. We'll talk with the Wildwood tourism people. Their guy has a calculator out here, Dan, that's burned out already, trying to figure out the economic impact of all these country folks coming to the Wildwoods. How come Ocean City, Keith Hartzell, can't get something like that? What is it about Wildwood? Well, I don't know of two resorts that have a different brand that can coexist quite like Wildwood and Ocean City. How those two things interlock is something for everyone, Keith. If you put that up a little bit. There you go.
There really is, Dom. There is something for everybody. Actually, up and down the whole coast. And that was one of the things that Curtis Bashall said. When he was running the tourism here, it was so important that each and every one of us have a brand that runs together. So, and we try to do that. We try to promote one another because we should. And that's just how it is. And those kind of relationships are great. We do have a pops up there, so we have a full-blown orchestra. We have a theater company that has off-Broadway shows, and we have a concert series. So we do something a little different. It's generally a little bit more family-oriented. Obviously, we don't have anything that's being served here or there, right? So as far as the town being dry. So, but it really does work. If you want to come down for some great rock and roll, country entertainment, this is a spot you're going to pick. You're going to come to Wildwood. And we're okay with that because you're going to come down, come back. Some other people are going to come up. So it's how it works, and it's how it
I
should
want a little
work.
tension here between you guys.
Yeah, you're not getting any.
A nice brawl here in Mulligan's. Give me some play. All right, we'll talk with Ben Rose, Keith Hartzell, and you at 855-839-1210. We got to get a winner today. What is that all-time bar, tavern, other than Mulligan's? That's what we're looking for. Hey, June is Men's Health Month with Rescue Natural Supplements. Life is busy. It can be hard to focus on your health. Thankfully, Rescue Men's Health Supplements have the vitamins, minerals, nutrients that provide men with what they need. Rescue Supplements can help boost testosterone, promote a healthy prostate, as well as support energy and vitality for an active life. For the month of June, when you buy one of their Men's Health single bottles, you'll receive a second totally free. Just use the code STRENGTH for the buy one, get one offer. To order, call a Rescue Product Consultant at 800-26-ALIVE. That's 800-262-5483, or shop online by visiting res-q.com, res-q.com. Discover the amazing benefits of Rescue Natural Male, Prime RX, Super Prostate, and more. Again, use code STRENGTH for the buy one, get one free offer on Rescue Men's Health products. Shop res-q.com. Do it today.
There she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey.
Imagine outpatient care where all your needs are met in one location. Jefferson Health's Honickman Center is where you'll discover nationally ranked specialty care and more, like patient ambassadors, imaging and lab services, a pharmacy, calming spaces, and valet parking. Designed by patients, for patients. Discover a new level of care, created with you in mind. To schedule an appointment, call 1-800-JEFF-NOW.
Hi everyone, Matt here from Emmons Roofing and Siding. There are a lot of companies out there that say they do roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Some good, some not so good. Be careful of those that say buy two, get two free. Does that really make sense? Think about it. At Emmons, we don't offer gimmicks, just quality products installed by our experienced craftsmen. We do offer 12 months, same as cash financing though. That's not a gimmick. That's because we know how tough it is for some people right now to get these projects done. If you need roofing, siding, or windows and doors, call us for a free estimate today at 856-885-6677 or visit us at callemmons.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-688-6641. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-688-6641. That's 800-688-6641.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
On Philadelphia's Talk Radio 1210 WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3, Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's Dom time. Now, Dom Giordano.
Woo! Welcome back to Mulligan's, 310 West Hildreth Avenue. If you're watching on YouTube, Dan, tell people where to go on YouTube.
Yeah, youtube.com/@1210WPHT. Go like and subscribe, and you can see
take a look at this new shirt. Very nice, and not a double extra large like somebody brought me today. Only an extra large, I assume. So we're training to get out of that. Notice what it said about Orr's dead, because to me, Mike Donahue, chairman of Republicans here in Cape May, and one of the powerhouses behind defeating the Murphys and these other maniacs so far, and what they wanted to do to the Jersey Shore, brought the T-shirt. And Mike, to me, all these things, I think you're this way too, deep down, even though you're a very astute lawyer, etc. Dan, but we don't have a headset here. I don't know how that happened. Running out of headsets. So Mike Donahue with us, an annual visitor here. Thank you, Mike, on a Friday for taking off and coming over here.
Happy to be here, Dom. Thanks.
It is personal. You know, the way to rouse people on this, it's not just some policy, some sky in the air. It's beating people, these so-called elites, powerhouses, corruption, who determined that they were going to do this. And I think if the number of whales and the great work of people that rallied, and you're one of them legally, I don't know that would have mattered until the emotion was stirred by that. They weren't counting on that. And as a result of that, the legal handiwork of you and others, in addition to just the financial loss of Orsted, has really put a chill in this. But what do you make of the fact, because you have to deal with this every day, we just get to look at King Philip and go after him from afar, that they still persist in throwing more money after this. They're still on this, even though, from what I know, and you can tell listeners, there's a whole string of hurdles before they would ever reach their goal here.
Well, look, it's religious for them. You know? It kind of is.
Particularly Tammy Murphy.
Right. They can't abandon it. They've invested so much in it already. And for them, it is the be-all and end-all of everything in terms of, you know, every issue that comes up, it's climate, it's climate, it's climate, it's climate, it's climate. And they have to vindicate that, and they have control of the purse strings of government at the moment. So for them to ever back off of that an inch or say, hey, maybe we were wrong about that, and maybe we know more about offshore wind now, and it's not such a great thing,
right,
would just blow up their whole faith. I mean, it really would. And that's for them. They wake up every day with this stuff. How do we advance this agenda? At the bottom of it, though, Dom, is money, right? I mean, there's so much money here. Why was Ørsted here? Why were they plugged in? Because, like I said, if you could build a bar or restaurant like Mulligan's and get somebody else to pay for half of the cost, you'd make a lot of money.
Right.
So that was the plan for these people to come in and build these offshore wind facilities and make us pay for half the costs and continuing down the road to make my 87-year-old mother's electric bill go up so they can do their green virtue signaling. So there's so much money. At the height of this Ørsted thing, it was like the Jersey hustle all over again. There was so much money coming into politicians, to different businesses, promising elected officials at every level, from local level on up, just stick with us. You can't stop it anyway, so make the best deal that you can.
That's it with some of them.
Right.
But it also, with Murphy, is the gold star. He still has national aspirations after this. Thinks he'll be Secretary of State, then President, as bizarre as that is.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think it's a very difficult thing for any politician to ever admit that they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something this big with Ørsted picking up stakes and taking off.
Right.
For Murphy, he can't. There's no way he could ever say, hey, I was wrong about that. All he could do is blame us, really, and say, oh, the conditions, but it's fine. We're going to keep doing this. I mean, one of the greatest moments was about a month or so ago. Ørsted, after they left town, kept saying, the people on the ground protesting had nothing to do with our decision. The Cape May County and others bringing this lawsuit and fighting in state court, federal court, had nothing to do with our decision. But he let it slip in an interview in Europe a few weeks ago and said, there were problems and challenges with local permitting that we didn't anticipate, which was a big factor in what we did.
Well, you guys are looking at European probably translators. It's got to feel good, though.
No, it does.
And it's not over yet.
No,
listeners
it's far
ask me
from
all
over.
the time that. So what's the progress of the one? Is it Atlantic City now?
So Atlantic Shores is in a similar financial predicament as Ørsted, but they continue to pursue their permitting, and they say they're going to follow through with this. We continue to be in litigation with Ørsted, actually, in federal court and in state court.
Okay.
And the Department of Justice on the federal level said, would you dismiss it? It's moot now. They're going away. And we said, well, when you take away their permits and their lease, we'll dismiss it. So we're still fighting that out, still fighting it out in the state court when they took away home rule, and you remember all that. Those issues are still in litigation in the appellate division in New Jersey. So it's a huge and important message to send that this is not over. And to a certain extent, people think, well, Ørsted left town, it's over, isn't it? No, it is not. They are actively today pursuing a purchaser for Ocean Wind 1 and Ocean Wind 2.
Wow.
And that's why they're fighting so hard to hold on to their permits.
But, Mike, what I like about you, and I think I'm trying to transmit to you, you don't get disheartened by that.
No.
The game is on here.
That's exactly
it's
right.
Extra innings. We don't care. Whatever you're willing to do,
Yep.
we're going to go a little bit further. And you have our listeners who come to the Jersey Shore are not actually here. We're more invested in this than almost any issue other than presidential politics. And on that, you have Trump, who likes to attack the windmills anyhow, and I get his rationale on it.
I will tell you.
This is going to stop instantly.
We had a meeting with these Ørsted folks a couple of years ago now.
Right.
Where I said to them at the table, I understand why you're so anxious to get moving here, because January 20th, 2025 is going to be here before you know it. And if it doesn't work out the right way for you, this is all going to be over. And boy, they were some sour pusses at that moment at that meeting. But it was true. They were in this race to beat that date of January 20th, 2025, because they knew if Biden didn't win, it was all over. And God willing, that's the outcome, and then this thing stops. And, you know, God bless the whales you talked about, which I say, it's the universe speaking, and they gave their lives for this cause because that really crystallized interest in this. And then once people dig into that, they go, oh, well, this is a lot more than the whales and the dolphins. It's not green. It's not environmentally conscious. It's not cheaper. It's just a money grab by huge foreign corporations. That's what it boils down to.
Give us your take as chairman of the Republicans here for some time in Cape May County. Upcoming debate, what your advice is. I see two signs of Trump. Different tactic, which he does in calmer moments. One, he's actually talking to people about policy, and he's going to talk about that. Two, he's trying to build Biden up a little bit. I mean,
well, right.
it's hard at this point after we decimate him.
Right.
That's the fun of it.
Right.
We don't want him to stand up for 90 minutes and he wins just by holding on to the podium with a minute left.
So I think Trump has been trying to be more presidential, quote unquote, and I think it's working. And I think this election is his to lose, but we know how he is sometimes, and I fear that. But, you know, they've lowered the expectations to the point where if Joe Biden doesn't come out and drool all over himself and sit down on the floor, and, you know, he'll win the debate, you know. So we'll see. I think if Trump can stick to the model you're talking to and stay focused on issues that people care about and hit Joe Biden on these things, like, you know, he's going to slip at some point. But if he has a major freeze or whatever, it's going to be disastrous for him. But if whatever they give him before he goes into the State of the Union and things like that.
Are you in that camp?
You know,
let's all fun aside. Yeah, I am in that camp because it makes him shout at least. At least by shouting, he appears to have energy, etc.
Right. I am in that. I believe
it's Adderall. It's something like that.
And it would be unprecedented for celebrities and politicians. I mean, John Kennedy, God bless him, they used to give him all kinds of stuff because he couldn't even stand because of his back. You know, it was so bad.
Exactly.
So you can imagine that they're saying, okay, Joe, this is a safe medication, and you take it, and it just makes you feel a little better, and you can get through the next hour. You know, I mean, I would be shocked if history didn't someday find that out. So if Trump can maintain what you're talking about, and if Biden has, you know, especially if Trump gets an opportunity to capitalize on one of his gaps in the middle of the debate, it could be really bad for Joe Biden. And I think some Democrats are kind of hoping it goes really bad for Joe Biden because then they can stick a fork in him finally and go get Gavin Newsom or somebody else. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Great work, though, Mike. I want to bring Ben Rose in here, too. Wildwood Tourism, our home away from home, in addition to Mulligan's. And, Ben, you worked at Trump Plaza for a period of time when Trump was in the casino business.
Yeah, when I started with Trump Plaza, they were number 9 in the casino industry in Atlantic City. After the first year, they were the number 1 casino in Atlantic City. He just pulled out all the stops. He gave us everything we needed to be successful, and it was a tremendous, tremendous time there. That's when we brought in all the heavyweight fights with Mike Tyson and things like that. So it was an exciting time.
All right, we'll talk more about Wildwood and this mascot they have. I don't know if Cape May has one yet, but this, among other things, and this juggernaut of this country music thing that's going on right now is incredible. And Keith Hartzell also with us. I believe we got a special. Scott Pressler is making his way over here. Dan, are we ready for Dom's? Oh, that's 2:30. I'm sorry, right? Dom's Money Melody, 2:30 today. Break at this point. All right, thank you, Mike, very much. Thanks for the shirt, too. Where do we get these shirts, Mike? You can just tell us. This Orsted is a proud shirt. We'll be wearing this all over the place. Thank you, Mike Donahue. All right, more coming up with Dom Giordano at Mulligan, 310 West Hildreth Avenue here in Wildwood. Mike, thank you very much.
Hey, it's Rich Zioli. Our next Talk Radio 1210 WPHT Politics and Pints. I'll be hosting #1 international best-selling author, Navy SEAL Jack Carr. That's right, June 25th. Tuesday night, June 25th at the Zlock Performing Arts Center, Bucks County Community College in Newtown, PA. Tickets are on sale now, and they will sell out. Go to 1210wpht.com and get your tickets. And I want to see you there. And if not, remember, I got a guy, and he's a Navy SEAL. See you then.
How did your son or daughter do in school this year? These summer months is the time to make the call to Kathy Ganna and New Hope Academy in Yardley and Doylestown at 800-300-0003. Prepare your student for back to school now. Let New Hope Academy transform your child's life forever by helping them now. For over 3 decades, New Hope Academy founder Kathy Ganna, a pioneering educator and entrepreneur who created the NHA model, has been utilizing state-of-the-art solutions to uncover ways where your child could avoid struggling and succeed. At New Hope Academy, there's a student-teacher ratio of 2-to-1, allowing for students to deal with many disorders like high anxiety, social and emotional, and including bipolar. Do not wait. Help your students start strong. Remember, only the best teachers can work at NHA. Call for a no-obligation tour and consultation. 90% of NHA graduates pursue a college education. Call Kathy today at 800-300-0003. Online, newhopeacademy.net. Call New Hope Academy today.
today.
See Joe Conklin with the City Rhythm Orchestra in North Wildwood in Ocean City, New Jersey.
The satire on all of the Eagles and the Phillies, oh my goodness, it was just too hilarious.
His daughter's amazingly a great singer, but I didn't know everybody in the family was that good of a singer. I mean, I absolutely loved it.
See Joe Conklin with the City Rhythm Orchestra at Wildwood Catholic Academy in North Wildwood, Saturday, June 29, and at the Ocean City Music Pier in Ocean City, New Jersey on Saturday, July 13th. For tickets, go to joeconklin.com. JoeConklin.com!
Hi, this is Joe Medercher, PNC Bank Regional President. What's important to you? What drives you? What do you want your wealth to do? At PNC Private Bank, we call that your why, and we want to understand yours. Maybe it's creating a legacy, buying a home, or enjoying your retirement. Whatever your goals are, we'll work with you to build a personalized wealth plan to help you achieve it. So tell us, what's your why? To learn more, please visit pnc.com/privatebank. PNC Private Bank is a service mark of the PNC Financial Services Group, Inc. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
When you need to know, depend on KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
The Washington Post's newly named editor withdraws amid backlash, instead remaining in London as deputy editor of The Telegraph. The Phillies honoring 2008 World Series MVP Cole Hamels at a retirement ceremony before their game against the Diamondbacks, and Kevin Costner announces he will not return to Yellowstone for season 5.
Get the latest anytime on KYW News Radio, now on Crystal Clear 103.9 FM.
You've never needed us more.
Baseball season is heating up. With the free Odyssey app, you can get the most entertaining local coverage of your team while you're at work or on the go. Stay locked in and in the know with your favorite hosts as they bring you unfiltered takes, react to the latest team news, and talk to callers. Don't miss any of the action. Stream the shows you love live or on demand with the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY. Download it today for free. Don't let woke win. Follow 1210 WPHT on the free Odyssey app. Download it now.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Mulligan's, 310 West Hildreth Avenue. Great crowd here today. Scott Presler has been all over the place, and Scott, we hear you were down in the freezer in the liquor store. I don't know if any voters were registered. And just told you're going to be back at the Grand Hotel tonight. There might be a video, a hot tub shot if they have it open, so we'll see. But, Scott, we haven't talked about coming up the home stretch now. We're almost in the home stretch. What you're going to be doing, how you see it, post-debate, et cetera. Particularly, you're moving to Pennsylvania. Has that happened yet?
So I have the house lined up.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thank you. He just brought me another pina colada. Thank you, Mulligans. What are they trying to do to me? And so, so this weekend, like I said, we're doing here at Mulligan's. We go to the Trump Philly rally at Temple. We go to Bucks County. On the 27th, when I mentioned Ginger Hill, actually Mayor Longo and I are going to be doing a presidential debate at Ginger Hill Tavern in Slippery Rock on the 27th.
Okay.
And listen, this is just building the capacity. I'm focused on Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, but clearly I'm moving to Pennsylvania because I know PA is the whole ball game. This is going to be the election. It comes down to what happens in PA.
Yeah, and it seems this time around, you've been on the ground there. I wanted to ask you about it. Perspective, not pie in the sky, because you're direct on this. Georgia and Arizona, at least polling, and Nevada. Those three states seem better this time for Trump, if not locks. The tip issue we haven't talked a lot about. You've helped to popularize it. And in a place like Mulligan's, this reverberates with people, not just people in the industry that are getting tips, but also people that are younger, have a sense of this, and they think, yeah, why not the way these people work? That this little bit would be taken care of, and they don't have to go through constant federal observation all year long around tipping.
Oh, yes. So basically, number one, if you're here at Mulligan's right now or wherever you are across the country, I want you to be nice to your waiter, to your server, to your bartender. Please tip well and make sure that you write on your receipt that Trump won't tax tips. We elect Donald Trump. 100% of that is going to be going to our service industry. And, you know, Trump's speech may have very well won the state of Nevada for him in Las Vegas when he was talking about that. You know, this is a time that we need affordability more than ever, and Trump is going to put more money in people's pockets.
Absolutely. We're joined by Police Commissioner Pat Malloy, our man on the beat, direct back from Quantico, where you were speaking today. Is it a government secret, or can you tell us what you were talking about?
Well, actually, I was down in Annapolis, Maryland, speaking with an attorney on a workers' comp thing and a disciplinary action that we took, and they used it as a model for other departments. So it was a difficult one when you have an officer who violates our core values or code of conduct. They need to go, and that's what that was about.
So Abington and the suburbs in the news. We talked to your colleague McVeigh the other day about retail theft, Larry Krasner, the continuing problems, even though Philadelphia police. Well, here's what I wanted to ask you, and feel free if it's too crossing the line. I don't think so. We have the police commissioner in Philadelphia coming in studio on Monday. First big interview like that for an hour on Thursday.
Yes.
What should I ask him? What's reasonable? You're in that position of a big department. Yeah. What's the core thing to let people hear about Commissioner Bechtel?
Well, he had a meeting with all the Bucks County, Montgomery County police chiefs about 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you were aware of that. And the mayor was part of that. And it was just to talk about ways we can collaborate. You know, if you could take Abington and Ben Salem and make every Philadelphia district modeled like a suburban department where you own your beat, where you connect with your community. I think a lot of officers just lost their spirit. We keep throwing more money. You know, our officers are starting at like $104,000 a year now, and I'm still 400 or 500 fewer applicants than
wait a minute. Abington starts at 104?
If you have police experience. So we're stealing the best of the Philly officers, and I don't like that because all of those middle managers and future leaders are all escaping to the suburbs, and that's because of the Krasner issue.
But Pat, still harder to get cops.
Still hard because
at $104,000 a year.
Yeah, that's excellent money with benefits but it's purpose and a vocation, and when they think that you're not getting the backing of your elected officials or the media or people who ought to know better, I think the pendulum's swinging back because we see how much pain this has been inflicted in the people who need us most, and especially the neighborhoods in the city where they don't have cops that are in the beat. That's basic 101 policing. Get out there, make contact with people, do ped stops, get bad guys off the street. You know that we had like 4 or 5 car stops over the last week where we removed 7 ghost guns, extended magazines, stolen guns. And people take off on us all the time because they know we can't chase them. It's not worth us pursuing people over a property crime where they can T-bone an innocent third party. But, you know, disorder begets more disorder. And what's happened, it's a broken windows theory of Philadelphia did reach the suburbs.
And, Scott, where you are on the ground, across the country, back from Detroit, of all places, right? Oh, yeah. You are as pro-cop and talking to people about that. And I'm sure that's one of the core things that bonds people to take a look, particularly in Temple, where we're going to be tomorrow, and say Temple's spending an awful lot of money. We know this every day on their police department, et cetera, but it's almost an impossible situation, given exactly what Commissioner Malloy talked about in Philadelphia.
Well, think about what it's like to be a cop right now. I mean, you know, the pay is not great for putting your life on the line every single day, and then you're not going to have the support of DAs that are going to put people back on the streets within 24 hours, and then you're not going to have the support of the community that wants to defund the police. I mean, right now, really, what is the incentive other than a wonderful man or woman wanting to serve their country and protect their community? We need to create better incentives for people to want to join the police force.
Right.
And that means that we need to do a better job of making sure that our DAs that we're electing are going to support the cops and ultimately safety and security. But I will say, you know, we're talking about Philly, and I want to remind people that David O. in his mayoral election, he got 25% of the vote in the last election. Now, he did not win, but 25% of Philadelphia for Donald Trump wins Pennsylvania and wins the White House. So if you're in Philly and you think, oh, my vote doesn't count, Scott, I don't matter, I'm telling you right now, even if we lose Philly, and we lose Philly by 75%, if we win by 25%, you will very well save the country.
That's the over and under.
The globe.
It's an easy number. Definitely. By the way, Scott, you've been here entertaining people, registering people. Judge Judy today came out firing against Alvin Bragg, releasing criminals, and practicing lawfare. And Judge Judy is a Bloomberg backer. But, Dan, there's a hint. We got to get Judge Judy on the show.
Seriously.
That is an interesting figure because she's known as very strict law and order, but a liberal. So for her to be directly going, and she's known as New York, going after Alvin Bragg, that's an amazing turnaround that we're seeing.
I mean, well, look at, for example, even Amber Rose. You have this, singer, model, actress, and I reached out to her. She's from South Philly, and I said, hey, would you ever come to do a voter registration event? And she said, yes, slide into my Instagram. I mean, we're seeing celebrities, we're seeing actors, we're seeing judges come over in a way that we haven't before. People know that the world is upside down right now, and we need to make it right.
Ben Rose, Ben, in addition to Trump Plaza, give us a breakdown. I'm fascinated by this, and Scott has been registering people here. This Thursday night, 29,000 people here in Wildwood for the Country Music Festival.
Actually, there's close to 40. 40,000.
40,000. All right, well, how do you do your multiplication? Now, Philadelphia would say $1 billion and just go home and make up the thing. You guys actually are telling, what's the economic impact of that?
Well, we don't calculate that, but it's a tremendous economic impact. Every hotel is full. People are staying as far as Vineland in Atlantic City for this concert. There are no rooms available.
Right.
Merchants are doing great. Every store on the boardwalk has country merchandise that they're selling.
Right.
So the whole town turned out for country music festivals. And they sold 40,000 tickets. So that's how we know that number. And you have to figure, at least $250 to $300 spend, not even counting merchandise and drinks, but it's got to be
I see a lot of drinking here.
Quality.
I would count you're on the low side here with this crowd. And Scott, these country music people, a lot of them, you talked about Christians and Amish and other groups. They're not registered necessarily. We think that they're patriotic. They may be, but somehow or another, there's a disconnect between the patriotism and actually voting.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Washington, Pennsylvania. I go up to this woman's door, and we're asking for a vote for Republicans and Trump, and she goes, I love Donald Trump, but she goes, but I'm not voting. I'm like, what? I said, you go inside, you get your driver's license, I'm going to register you to vote right now, and she went, okay, and I registered her to vote. But there are a lot of people out there that like Donald Trump. I heard a statistic that 13% of people that go to Trump rallies are not registered to vote. And when people say to me, Scott, why are you going to a Trump rally? Why are you going to Philly tomorrow, at Temple University tomorrow, to register people to vote? Aren't they all registered? The answer is no. And furthermore, I go to a lot of gun shows. I go to the Philly Expo Center. I go to the Monroeville Gun Show. 40% of Wisconsin hunters are not registered to vote. 30% of Pennsylvania hunters are not registered to vote. If we engaged and mobilized every gun owner and hunter in America, we would never lose another presidential election ever again. So literally, I want to make it clear, going into this election, we are going to have the broadest coalition of people you've ever seen. You're going to have former felons and the Amish and evangelicals and young men and women and members of the black community and Latino community. And we're going to have moms and dads and business owners and hunters and gunners and frat boys. This is going to be the broadest coalition that has ever come together to save our country, and I am here for it.
Feel free, if you want this guy to cut an ad, to get police and what we need back with the police. This is the type of
marketing.
Bringing people from Bucks County to Kensington.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a city guy, and I've been here my whole life.
Yeah.
When I got there, and they took a barrier away just to put my car in and block it so nobody could get to it, and he had people from Bucks County coming there. It was pretty important stuff.
Yeah.
Saying something. Yeah. Dan, how do we do Money Melody today? Okay, coming up. Okay, Money Melody coming up, guys, here. We'll take your guesses, too. Pat Malloy with us, Scott Presler, Ben Rose from the Wildwood Tourism Group. I forget the name of it. Ben, what is the name?
Greater Wildwoods Tourism Authority.
And what's the short for that? It was
Guatita.
Guatita. Remember Guatita if you're in town. We're coming up on the 4th of July, summer picnics and gatherings, all good reasons to make the call to Captain Chucky's. Order delicious seafood, make your gathering a hit. Captain Chucky's can help. Don't forget to order the brand new Bang Bang Jumbo Lump Crab Cake. Rose's favorite. The Bang Bang Jumbo Crab Cake for the 4th is perfect, and this just in, the all-new Wild Shrimp Scampi Ravioli, teaming up with Vera Pasta. Chucky's has lobster crab, and now Wild Shrimp Scampi Ravioli. This is a hit. Check out your store for availability. Perfect time to check out all of Captain Chucky's offerings. Delicious stuffed mushrooms, salads, tremendous variety of homemade sides, desserts. Also, several choices of breaded, non-breaded crab cakes. Literally a crab cake for everybody. Dessert, soup, sides, appetizers. My favorite, those Dom rolls. Always a huge hit. And their Gulf shrimp. That is must. Wild caught, never farm raised. Visit Captain Chucky's today, location near you. Go to WeLoveCrabCakes.com, WeLoveCrabCakes.com. If you're at the shore, not only Mulligan's, but remember, don't forget Captain Chucky's is here too. Visit CaptainChucky'sAtTheShore.com.
Always on the road. Destiny.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
There's nothing quite like local. Local is your weekly farmer's market or homemade strawberry ice cream. It's live music on the corner, yoga in the park, and a chance to try something new. That's why AARP is local, right here in our community, offering free events and enriching experiences that can help with finances, family, and fun. Join AARP Philadelphia on June 25th for a free virtual floral arrangement session with Longwood Gardens. Learn more at aarp.org/local.
This is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. Do you know when the best time to buy investment properties is? It's now. It's always now. You just need to learn how to buy them correctly. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday night and learn how to buy investment properties and make money every time. That's right. That's what we teach. We teach how to buy investment properties and make money every time. Go to investorschooling.com and RSVP right now. Take a class this Thursday night at 7 o'clock. That's investorschooling.com. This is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. Don't go through life ignorant about how to become a millionaire. Learn how to invest in real estate, the stock market, precious metals, and learn from an expert. At Investor Schooling, we teach these things and more. We only provide education, and we will teach you how to leverage real estate, how to leverage the stock market, and how to leverage precious metals to make more money than you've ever made before. Go to investorschooling.com and take a complimentary class this Thursday. We will see you there, investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
At Cherry Hill Volvo, we have absolutely incredible offers and a plethora of both new and certified Volvos from which to choose. We are eager to offer amazingly competitive prices, plus an additional $1,000 Costco discount on all new Cherry Hill Volvos. When leasing or purchasing a new or certified Cherry Hill Volvo, you become a valued part of our team. Join Cherry Hill Volvo for the pricing and attention you deserve. I am Judith Krupnick, president of Cherry Hill Volvo.
Listen to Joe Yakovich on The Heart of Your Money, Sunday mornings at 9 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Learn about investing, tax strategies, and more. Joe Yakovich on The Heart of Your Money, Sunday mornings at 9.
Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Broadcasting from the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter.
Woo! Burning Sky, man. They're amazing, Tom.
All right, Burning Sky. And Dan, do you have it in front of you? Where do people go if they want to know more about them? They want to engage in weddings, parties, whatever it might be. They've been
I can't say enough. So how this happened is Wolf actually called us. He's a listener of the show, and so is Billy, the bassist. And they volunteered to do this for us, Dom. And they brought out Matt, their lead singer, and they are incredible. They've taken requests. They've learned songs for us. Tom Jones, they put that together. And I gotta say, I gotta say, if there is a band that you're looking to hire, theburningskyband.com, you gotta go. But Dom, they're gonna be playing our Money Melody today. They're gonna play a full song for us here. And what we're gonna do is we want the first person to dial us in 855-839-1210. As we do for Money Melody, we got a prize. You win a digital movie download for If, starring Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, and Steve Carell, in a heartwarming and hilarious tale about a girl who embarks on a magical adventure to reconnect imaginary friends with their kids. You can buy If on digital today, rated PG from Paramount Pictures. Burning Sky's about to play one of the greatest hits of Bad Company, the band they love to pay tribute to. And the first person to dial in with the name of the song wins that prize. So 855-839-1210. We're playing Money Melody here, and they're going to play a song here. You can and we're not going to bring you on air. We're going to get your answer behind the scenes, and the first person to dial in wins that prize. We'll announce it after they're finished. But here we go. We can take it away with Burning Sky. I appreciate it, guys. We're looking for 855-839-1210 for this song. Name of the song.
Baby, when I think about you, I think about love. Darling, don't want to live without you and your love. And if I had those golden dreams of my yesterday, I would wrap you in the heavens, feel it dying, dying all the way. I feel like making, I feel like making love. I feel like making love. I feel like making love. Feel like making love to you. Baby, if I think about you, I think about love. Darling, don't want to live without you and your love. And if I had the sun and moon, they would shine, and I would give you both night and day, love satisfying. I feel like making, I feel like making love. I feel like making love. Yeah, I feel like making love. like making love to you, yeah. Well, I feel like making love, you sweet and sexy thing. Well, I feel like making love, when you're with me you bring the spring. Well, I feel like making love, 'cause to me you're everything. Feel like making love to you. One more time, one more time. Well, I feel like making love, oh yeah, hell yeah. Said I feel like making love to you, my baby girl. Well, I feel like making love, oh yeah, feel like making love to you.
All right, Burning Sky here at Mulligan's, 855-839-1210. You get on board. We'll get a winner. We'll have that film off to you. We got the lightning round coming up here. Hit us with that bar. Hit us with that tavern. That's what we're looking for. Great folks stopping by here today at Mulligan's. And I wanted to mention, too, Keith Hartzell, still with us here, the councilman over in Ocean City, our Ocean City guy. His book, Nothing But Gratitude, Reflections of My Life in Ocean City, Faith, Family, and Friends. Just thumbing through it as the show going on here today. Thanks to Keith for coming out and always being there when anything good or not so good happens in Ocean City, where it's always 75 to 78 degrees and sunny. Funny how that works. Thank you, Keith. And again, get the book, Nothing But Gratitude.
Thank you,
with Keith Hartzell.
Hey, so we got a winner. It's Jeff in Hatboro wins those tickets for
Jeff,
calling in during the song.
Okay.
That was Feels Like Making Love by Bad Company from The Burning Sky. TheBurningskyBand.com if you want them. As you heard, they are absolutely incredible. If you have any events coming up, if you're a venue, look to them. Burning Sky, TheBurningskyBand.com for more information.
Dan, maybe you can bring him up here. I think Joe of Exton had called in before. He had an answer, and we're still having people here at Mulligan say, is Joe of Exton going to be here
He
today?
is here. He's on the line.
Yeah, he's on the line. Now, Joe of Exton just, we're coaxing him. We got 2 more Mulligans this year. Maybe hearing his fans here. And here's the one and only Joe of Exton.
You might have to bring it up there, Jim.
Coming to us here on Mulligan's on Talk Radio 1210.
Is that working for you?
Yeah, let me see here. Yeah.
Yeah?
Joe of Exton. Hey, Joe, welcome in. Joe, I'm going to tell you, big disappointment. Everything went fabulous at Mulligan's today, but people wanted to meet Joe of Exton.
Yeah, hello, Dom, and good Friday afternoon.
Wait a minute, Joe, after that introduction, that's all that you have.
Hey, Dom, how you doing?
You think that happens every day, Joe? You got a huge fan club here.
Yeah, you got a fan base, Joe, that's here for you.
Exactly. Next time, Joe, July 3rd, we need you here.
Yeah, but Dom, does Johnny D, does he serve a Greek ouzo?
Yeah, of course. Johnny Z will make that for you. Of course he does.
Sure.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
You can have as many as you want, Joe. Come on now.
30 T-shirts for Joe of Exton.
Yeah, absolutely. He's listening. He's giving me a thumbs up here from the kitchen. All right,
okay.
So, Joe, what's your answer today, or what's your wisdom today, I might add?
My favorite bar is City Tavern in the Society Hill neighborhood of Philadelphia.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, why City Tavern?
Because the staff, they dress in a manner after Benjamin Franklin and Betsy Ross.
And Joe of Exton, you frequent, I'm
Joe
sure.
of Exton. All righty, Joe. You got a lot to ponder now here. Thank you, Joe. Thanks
Thank you, Joe.
very much for jumping in here. All right, City Tavern. Guys, there you may have to, a little technical. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
There you go, Dom.
City Tavern. Thank you, Joe. All right, lightning round next, and we'll wrap it up here with Scott Presler, who has been fabulous today. I hope you've enjoyed everything that's happened at Mulligan's. Remember, when you come to the Jersey Shore, when you come to the Wildwoods or anywhere near it, there's only one place to go, Mulligan's. Now, I love sports. I love them so much, I never want them to stop. But as the playoffs wind down, we get fewer games, and the sports aren't sportsing like I want them to. But FanDuel lets me keep the sports going whenever I want. All I have to do is open up the app, dream up bets anytime I'm in the mood. And during the summer, FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, is hooking up all customers with a boost or a bonus daily. That's right, something for everyone every day all summer long. So head over to FanDuel.com/Dom. Make the most out of your summer. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 1210 WPHT. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. You have to be 21 plus, present in Pennsylvania. Opt-in required. Wager requirements apply. Bonuses awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets or profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply. See terms and conditions at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, I take whatever I want, and baby, I want you. You give me something I need.
Join Team Kale and Company once again this year for the Bend to Shore Bike Tour on Sunday, July 21st. From Philly to Atlantic City, you can do the ride or just donate to support the cause. Visit bendtoshore.org. That's shore.org. Let's show everyone how WPHT and Odyssey supports law enforcement. Bend to Shore is organized by Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation. FBBCF provides financial relief for the families of fallen and injured first responders and supports the Police Youth Alliance, which fosters a positive relationship between police and youth. Sponsored by Gelman Law. Need a criminal defense attorney or personal injury? Visit GelmanLawFirm.com.
Living with Lyme, a condition that you may have and not even know it. John DeMasi here, host of Health Watch, Sundays at 8 and again at 4 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Yes, you may be living with Lyme, even if you've had some kind of treatment. Dr. Molly Fantasia and the healthcare team at Innovative Medical Associates have dealt with this condition and have helped hundreds over the years live successfully with Lyme, mainly through the use of medical hydration. They've been able to reduce many of the symptoms associated with Lyme and allow their patients a better quality of life.
I want to get you through your initial challenge, working alongside with my physicians, and then get you to a place where we are looking at maintaining your immune system, maintaining your quality of life.
If you suspect you or someone you know has Lyme disease, visit innovativemedicalassociates.com on the web to schedule a free initial consultation or call 856-489-0505.
Get bonus days to save during Window Nation's semi-annual sale now through June 30th. Get 50% off all windows, along with no interest for 5 years. Plus a bonus 10% savings when you schedule an estimate. If your inefficient windows are costing you too much for air conditioning, that's a big deal. Now during Window Nation's semi-annual sale, you can replace them and save a big deal too. Offer ends June 30th, so schedule your in-home estimate now. Call 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Do you feel like you're going through life clouded by doubt? Talk to California Psychics. Our trusted and accurate psychics are available 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Right now, new customers get 80% off their first reading. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Hey, Clementon. We know your favorite station is Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
All righty, back here at Mulligan's. People will be here for quite a while. 310 West Hildreth Avenue. All right, Dan, I think we have a winner today that we've agreed on, and that is from the Regal Beagle.
Yes.
As the bar, as the tavern. So let's put them all into the hat. Let's hear the winners this week, and then let's have the grand prize.
Yeah, so Don Munn As for what do we for? We got the Clydesdales as the answer. I don't really know. But Tuesday we asked for somebody who deserves a mulligan. Cameron Yardley said Pete Rose. Friday you just heard a famous real or fictional tavern. You heard the Regal Beagle. And Dom, we have Tuesday number 2. Cameron Yardley with Pete Rose. Somebody who deserves a mulligan gets that prize. Dom, congratulations.
All righty, that's the big winner this week. And also Scott Presler here has just been spectacular.
Amazing, Scott, thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for the interaction with people here today. It's fabulous. So tomorrow, are you? You're going to be outside registering people, etc.
Oh yeah.
No shout out or speaker. I'm sure Trump will give a shout out as he did.
He better.
What's it feel like to get that shout out when Trump was at the Waldorf Astoria? I think it was in New York.
Oh yeah. Well, the one event I don't go to, I get a shout out from the President of the United States.
Okay.
I'm like, really, Trump? You had to do it then? You couldn't wait? But I will say, Laura Trump just came to Bucks County, and I got to meet her, and she also gave me a shout-out on stage. So I think people recognize the hard work. They recognize everything that people here in Mulligan's, the community, are bringing together. And you know what? I'm not even going together tomorrow, with all due respect, to see the boss, to see Trump. I'm going to be out there from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. getting every single person registered to vote so they can vote for Donald Trump. That's more important.
Absolutely. Where do people go right now, though? Because they could be in a state like Delaware or Jersey, which is, I don't care what Trump says, next to impossible. But Pennsylvania is the jewel. What do they do if they're not in a state where it's actually in place, Scott? How can they help?
Thank you. Well, look, if you're in Delaware, Vermont, Connecticut, Rhode Island, whatever, download my app, Early Vote Action. It's available both on iPhone and Android to your phone. And you can literally, from the comfort of your home, write postcards to Pennsylvania voters, send text messages to Pennsylvania voters, make phone calls to Pennsylvania voters, or you could even sneak across the border from Camden into Philly and come knock on some doors with us. Come over to the Philly rally. I'll teach you how to register voters. It's so easy.
Scott, thank you so much. Headed back to the Grand Hotel.
Yes.
And we'll expect more. And where do they follow you on Twitter?
Thank you. You can go to at Scott Presler, SCOTTPRES1SLER. Slide into my DMs in the most wholesome of manner. Or you can also follow me at Early Vote Action and at earlyvoteaction.com.
And Pat Malloy, thank you all the way from near Baltimore today, Annapolis. Thanks for coming here. And again, you have a little presentation.
I didn't want this day to go by, Dom Day. So you know how Bill McVeigh and I admire you and Dan and the platform and you being an advocate for law enforcement. So I have a small token of appreciation, which is our core values, which is professionalism, respect, integrity, dedication. To serve with pride and humility is how we operate. And above all, more valuable might be this bag that you can take to the Acme.
Hey.
You can take to the Acme because there's no bags down here, and you'll have a bag.
Now, is it bulletproof, that bag? That's what I need to know in this industry.
Now, with that new Laurel, can he pull over people with tinted windows?
That's right. Oh, see, deputize me on the tinted windows. I can search them out anywhere.
Nomine Patria, Filii, Spiritus Sancto.
Nice religious element to get in there at the end. Thank you, Pat. Hey, thanks to Dan, everybody, and thanks to Johnny Z here at Mulligan's. We'll be back on July 3rd. And we'll have our local Patriot of the Year. Scott, of course, is the National Patriot of the Year. Scott Presler. Again, can't say enough good things, too, about our band Burning Sky today. Burning Sky, take us out from Mulligan's 310 West Hildreth Avenue, right in the heart of Wildwood.
Have you questioned your doctor about symptoms like low energy just because you're getting older? You don't have to settle for unanswered questions any longer.